Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea,
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. What you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Check out great summer specials at Macy's Memorial Day Sale, like Swim Chill Love, $12.99 to $25.99. Swim Hill Live-In, 40% off, and 40% off casual sandals and more. Or get an extra 20% off more summer essentials with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money Bonus Days. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257 CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Listen to Jim Rome and the Jungle, weekday mid-mornings on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, live from the Harmon Solar Studios.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it is, what is today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
There's a guy whose name I forgot who was doing a commercial for Taco Bell talking about Taco Tuesday, but I've already forgotten his name. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I tried to get Ralph on the show today, but for some reason, he didn't want to come on. He's like, Tuesday is my busiest day. I says, no, your busiest day is the day right after your team loses a game, and you don't want to have to listen about it.
Yeah.
He says, no, I can't wait to be on. Let him, I'm looking forward to this fight. And I'm like, all you're going to do is sit there and talk about all the trophies you got in mothballs because it's been so damn long. And I say this because the COVID bubble championship doesn't count.
No, he'll throw in a couple of jabs at the Phoenix Suns as well. Not having a championship, that sort of thing. He'll have to throw that in there.
Oh, I know what he's coming at us with, but he'll be on later this week. I don't know what day, but we're on today and you guys are here today. So let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? King Kitten says, Rando, beer and a shot. It's been that kind of day. He says, let's go, boys. Last Optimist says, afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, please pour one from my dog, Jude. Oh, no. He just took, that was a good dog. I guess taken far too early by Valley Fever.
Sorry, man.
Man, that sucks a lot. Sorry to hear that, Last Optimist. And it looked like a good boy, too. Well, now I don't know what to do. Kind of just, that's always a sad thing. I'm not going to talk. I don't want to talk about dogs dying. Yes, absolutely. Sorry about your dog, Jude, but we got to move on. Taco Pete says King of Kittens. Taco Pete. Is that what we call LeBron James now? Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. Well. Lakers got swept by Denver. They couldn't even muster one win against the Nuggets. Well, Ralph's not here, so you're going to have to just say that all over again later.
Yeah. But save that for later, Big George.
The one thing that does occur to me, we didn't get swept by the Lakers. I'm not by the Nuggets.
No.
We didn't get swept by the Nuggets.
No.
But the Lakers did.
Yeah.
Which means Suns greater than Lakers.
Yeah.
Right? I mean that.
Yeah.
And I've always said, had we gotten past the Nuggets, we would have beat the Lakers. And now I feel like they have, made me an honest man of me. Do you agree, Keon?
I do agree. I don't know. I thought the matchup with the Suns wasn't going to result in like a sweep, but I did think that the Suns, just the way that they ran up and down the floor, and you even saw Denver doing it a bunch when they were able to go on those runs. They were up and down the floor. It's not great for the Lakers if they're going to have to rely on LeBron as much as they wound up having to rely on LeBron.
Yeah, and they did rely on him. He did everything you can possibly expect of him. 40 points and 10 rebounds, 9 assists, the highest scoring postseason he's ever had, because he had to get as far as they even did. LeBron had to LeBron, and that's just a fact. And by the way, everybody, shut up. He's not retiring. I want to hear it. Oh, it was one of those just poor me, mopey moments. But then he's going to realize, I got $100 million sitting on the table right now. Okay. Am I going to quit? No. He's like, is he going to say like he is? He just, he's like a boo-hoo looking for attention kind of thing. Oh, what are you going to do there? Well, going forward with the game of basketball, I've got a lot to think about.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what are you going to do? He's like, you going to play or not? And he's like, I gotta figure out if I want to continue to play. You mean like next year? Oh yeah. And it says, would you walk away? I've got to think about it. Dude, LeBron has goals. The number one goal that we know about is what? He wants to play with his son. That is that one last goal he has. He's won championships. He's played at a high level right up till now, and including now. And so they for him to act like, I'm so hurt by this, I don't know if I can go on.
Well, I think LeBron just felt really old. I think if LeBron does retire, it'll probably be for a year, refresh the body. Bronny's playing at USC. That's like right down the street from where he is. Just, watch your son play. And then when he's ready to come back to the league, I'm back. And then, you're right back in it. I mean, it's not, I don't
know. That's a bad idea. You know why? Yeah, that sit around and watch your son play thing, that will age you faster. He needs to keep moving before the stuff don't move no more. I mean, listen to an old guy.
Maybe, but I do think that LeBron felt really old. I mean, the plan when he went to LA with Anthony Davis was for Anthony Davis to eventually become the guy, and it never happened. And LeBron wound up being the guy, even this season, even right up until the last game for them of this season, on a foot that's not good. Like his leg is, something's up about it, and he's still playing through that. 60% field goal percentage, 40 points. I mean, he's out there damn near doing everything, and it's supposed to be Anthony Davis's team, and LeBron's supposed to be taking the back seat going into year 20. Instead, he's still the guy. I think he just felt really, really old yesterday.
I don't think so. I don't think he feels old. I think he feels tired. I think he feels injured. But in his psyche, I don't think he feels old. I just think he feels disappointed. And he's going to shake it off and be like, no, we're coming back next season. There's zero chance, I think, that he quits.
If he retires, it's temporary. I definitely don't think it's permanent.
That's a hugely bad idea if he does, because he'll come back with a body like mine. I swear to God, that's what happened.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that
he's going to come back looking like I was looking like a lowercase b. Now I'm starting to look like an uppercase b. So he doesn't want to come back like that. You can't come back like that. So Bruno Baller says, well, LeBron never did go to college. Maybe he could enroll at USC and play with his son there.
Well, he doesn't have any eligibility. The moment he got an agent and had a professional contract playing basketball is not a sport that LeBron can go back in college and try to play.
That ain't right, because if J.R. Smith can go back and join the golf team, LeBron should be able to go back and join a basketball team.
But he was a professional. Once you're a professional, NCAA rules are pretty clear. Can't be a professional at a sport.
Or can't killed the NCAA.
It's still around and people still follow it. Yeah. Now, does it function well? Does it work well? No. But does it function and work? Yeah, sort of.
I feel like you should just be able to do whatever you want now. And I think the rules are gone. That's what I think. Mr. Pringle says, how many excuses for LeBron can Keon squeeze into a 3-hour program? Oh, hell, we could have ran the clock at 60 seconds. He got a lot in there. He did get a lot in there.
I mean, I didn't give any excuses for LeBron.
He's injured. He's old. He's tired.
We're talking about his retirement. Like, why would LeBron
retiring?
Correct. But I'm saying, why would he say it out loud? Why would he think about it?
He's okay. He's moping.
But those are all reasons to mope. Like that's not excuses for LeBron. I'm not talking about We're not talking about his performance or should he have won.
Baby, I get it.
He's
a big man, baby.
Okay, then fine. That's what it is. I don't really care to defend LeBron on that. I'm just saying those are reasons he would feel that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get into his feelings. Whoa, feelings.
It's pretty clear.
Some people have more poise in interviews and in situations and know just to keep their mouth shut. LeBron turns into a teenage girl and starts just, he reminded me of in that when they're saying, what are you going to do? Just go think about it. It's like, honey, what's wrong? Nothing. No, come on. Something's wrong. Everything okay? I'm fine. That's what LeBron kind of seemed like to me. Only he just sort of foreshadowed a little bit of something. He's just looking for drama. That's all it is. He's either looking for it or he just is existing in it. No, it was silliness of him to even say.
I think because I don't think that $100 million means that much to LeBron.
Did you say $100 million?
It's
not like LeBron.
It said it doesn't.
You should have said "la." That's even better.
It would have been better, but I didn't say that on purpose. All of my jokes, as always, I back into accidentally.
He gets $46.9 million next year, and he gets $50.6 million the next year.
He is a billionaire with a lifetime contract with Nike. Like, I just don't think that means
$1 billion, but still $100 million is a lot of money.
It is, but I don't think that's
his goal of playing with his kid.
LeBron has always been clear that his goal has been to be the kind of businessman that Michael Jordan became. Like and Magic Johnson. He wants to be a mogul. That's more important to LeBron, I think, at this stage. That's why he went to LA, where the movie studios are and all that other stuff. That to me is more important than the $100 million.
I have a question.
Sure.
Why did they call those little lumps in snow moguls and then very, very rich businessmen moguls? Why are they called the same thing?
Oh, you can't ask me that. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
I need somebody to tell me. If anybody knows, please tell me why moguls are called moguls. Moguls for snow, moguls for business. That's going to be, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere until somebody tells me these things. Does that bother you a little bit, Randy?
No.
Don't you want to know, Randy?
No.
Why don't you want to know?
Don't care.
Aren't you curious about life, the universe, and everything?
I'm curious about things, but that's not one of them. No. Mm-mm.
You're dead inside.
Sometimes.
You don't want to know what mogul means. I mean, I know what it means for rich people. And I know what it means for that. Oh, that's a mogul over there in the snow. But why? Why do they call it that? I think we stumped the listeners too, because text line is just blowing up talking about LeBron sucks. So, and if you think he does, you're wrong. But yeah, I get it. He has $1 billion already, more coming, whether he keeps playing or doesn't play. But $100 million, man, that is still 10% of his entire pile of money right now. That's 10%. That's a lot of money. It's not just like you're saying, it's tip money. No, that's a lot of money. $100 million. Now all you got to do is show up for a couple of years and play basketball at some level, not even a good level. Just play at any level.
I think Keon's right. I think I think that LeBron has been playing injured, and he hasn't said anything really about it. I think that you're right in that that he's tired, and this is an emotional response after a difficult loss. A blow to his pride, if you will. I think overall, I think we all have it right. I mean, LeBron just can't go out there 4 or 5 games in a series anymore and put up LeBron James, in his prime sort of stuff. I think we've been saying it all along. Jeffrey, you've been saying it all along. LeBron is tired. He's worn out. And this is the end of his career. It's starting to wind down. The thing that gets me, and you kind of alluded to it, he was acting like a teenage girl. Why bring this up? All right, you got swept. Why not be a class act about it and say, it's not about me. It's about the Denver Nuggets, and we wish them all the best going forward. Or
now he did. He did though. He did say.
But bringing out this, he knows this is going to get the press stirred up like a bunch of piranha on a fresh meat. He knows what this is going to do to the news cycle.
Yeah. Keeps the conversation about LeBron a little more. Look what we're doing right here. We haven't talked one single word about Jokic. We haven't said anything about Jamal Murray. We haven't said anything about this Denver Nuggets team that just swept the Lakers. We're talking about LeBron. We're talking about him. And although, to be fair, he did give props. He says, me and AD were just talking in the locker room, and we came to the consensus that this is one of the best teams, if not the best team,
we've played together for all 4 years.
No.
He says just well orchestrated, well put together. They have scoring, they have shooting, they have playmaking, they have smarts, they have length, they've got depth. And one thing about their team, when you have a guy like Jokic, who's as big as he is, but also as cerebral as he is, you really can't make many mistakes versus a guy like that. That is the praise that LeBron James did give. But when you were, somebody says, you're going to retire? I don't know. Now the world's on fire.
See, rather, wouldn't it be better to, at least from a classy standpoint, I'm not even talking about that, not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about, the Denver Nuggets moving on and what a great series this was. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen next.
I mean, I know you're supposed to say that, but
well, I mean, the Lakers
really wasn't
the
a great
Lakers.
series.
The Lakers were in every game.
Yeah,
It's just Denver was a better team, and they were able to overcome the Lakers. The Lakers had
After
no
the first 2 games, you never thought that the Denver Nuggets were ever out of it.
The Lakers couldn't close out. The Denver Nuggets could.
But I do agree with Randy. All the games were close. So like as opposed to I think it was last year when Milwaukee and Boston played. And sure, did that series go 6-7 games? I can't remember off the top of my head. But each game was a blowout. Like they were just all bad games, even though
and forth.
Like there are some 7-game series that just aren't good. This was a 4-game series that you wish could have gone longer just because of how good the individual games were. But, as far as it being a tough series and a close series in regards to how close the games were, yeah, I agree with Randy. I do think that it was a tough series.
Well, I mean, once you get to that third game, once they lost the third game, you knew. I didn't believe it'd be a sweep, but you knew it was going to be over pretty damn quick. And watching that last night, I was just in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And again, you can't blame LeBron at all. You can put some blame on everybody else if you wanna, but no blame to the coach. The coach had him coached up good. I got no complaints with Mr. Ham. But Jokic here's the thing about this. Jokic and LeBron had one thing in common. When you're watching them out there play, you see them do something, you're like, oh my God, that was, but then they're also silent assassins. I had no idea till the end of the game that LeBron James had 40 points.
And 10 rebounds.
I had no idea that Jokic had 30. 14 rebounds, 13 assists. And Jokic actually earned his 8th triple-double in the third quarter. It was already done. And that right there broke Wilt Chamberlain's 1967 NBA record for triple-doubles in a single postseason. So, but then when you're watching the game, it's just, it's funny. I give DeAndre Ayton some bleep because of his little shots. They're not seemingly explosive, but sometimes Jokic is the same way, but he actually gets the ball in there. He gets closer to the basket when he does the Euro step thing, when he does some of the other things, and he'll drag 2-3 defenders with him all the way to the basket. There's more aggression from him, but sometimes you're watching, it doesn't occur to you, my God, this guy's got 30 points already. Watching is just weird.
And he plays defense.
That is true. He does care about defense.
Yeah, he's not the greatest defender, but the effort is there and the coaches know what to do with that effort. Like they can direct him in places where he's useful.
888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, did you know today is National Iced Coffee Day? I had no idea. I don't even like coffee, but thanks. King Kitten says, Suns versus Lakers, losers bracket, best of 8. No, thanks. Donnie says, if LeBron retires this offseason, I'll retire from the text line. This dude ain't retiring. We're going to hold you to that. There's no way he's retiring, but if it happens, we're going to block you. Flash Gordon says, well, I guess that puts to bed the old Jordan LeBron conversations. Don't believe Jordan ever got swept, did he?
Well,
I don't know if that's fair.
I don't think that's fair for this particular conversation because Jordan also never played 20 years. Jordan played for 14. He played for 13 with the Bulls and 1 with the Wizards. So like this is uncharted territory for most people playing basketball at this level. This isn't prime LeBron. LeBron 5 years ago, I don't even think that he loses this series.
Yeah, Flash Gordon, though, it is a bad optic. It does lend itself to giving credibility to the Jordan greater than LeBron conversation. I don't know if it's fair,
but I like it.
I don't think this ends it though. Like if you thought that Jordan was greater than LeBron, you already thought that. This series doesn't change anything. And if for whatever reason you thought it was LeBron, this still doesn't change anything.
What do you go by now? You have to go by percentages because LeBron's been in the league 6 years longer than Michael Jordan. I mean, again, it's for us, at least on this show, it's going to be eras. I'm not going to directly compare these two players. Kind of like I can't directly compare Jokic to even Wilt Chamberlain. Why? Because Wilt Chamberlain's triple doubles came harder. It came harder. What do I mean? Well, you didn't get so many easy foul calls back when Wilt Chamberlain was doing it.
He was also like the largest guy by a significant margin playing basketball out there back then.
But it was a more physical game, and he was getting a beating. I don't care how tall you are or big you are, you're still, they're not stopping play every 3 seconds because somebody touched you. Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain had to fight for those triple doubles. So I can't say that they're equals. I can't say Wilt Chamberlain and Jokic are equals in these things because it was a different, more physical style of play back when Wilt Chamberlain did it. And when he started, there was a lot of whiteys around him. And that of course he was going to dominate every damn
like the guy
game.
literally scored 100 points, which is amazing and impressive, but it's like you're the biggest guy on the floor by a lot. Like it's not, we're not even talking like 70s, 80s where we had the bad boy Pistons and stuff.
And 60s.
Yeah, those guys were, wasn't physical. Yeah, but come on. Wilt was like a giant playing against children out there.
It was like a junior high school game where, the growth spurt hasn't kicked in. There's one big guy and everybody else is about his waist. You know what I mean?
Which doesn't detract from what he did. He still dominated.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, that's where it gets tough to compare the eras because you just didn't have the size.
As he played, the cracker ratio did diminish some quite a bit. And so, you still got to give him credit for playing in those games. I'm just saying, it's a different time, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. LeBron is in his era, Jordan's in his, Kobe's in his, and then, of course, Wilt's in his, and Jokic is in his. You can't, you can't compare.
Yeah, I think the only thing that you get is when you get lucky enough for the eras to cross over and you get to see LeBron and Kobe go at it a little bit and Jordan and Magic and Jordan and Isaiah Thomas go back and forth. Like when the eras kind of cross over, that's when you get a little bit of fun, but that's about as close as you can get.
888-368-1580. We were running late for break. I've been told so. So let's do this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Diamondbacks are in Philadelphia tonight to continue their series with the Phillies. Ryan Nelson will get the start tonight for Arizona, while Matt Strahm will counter for Philadelphia. The Phillies minus a run and a half, plus 128 on the run line. The Diamondbacks getting a run and a half, minus 154. On the money line, Arizona plus 130, Philadelphia minus 154. And the over-under run total in Philadelphia tonight is at 9.5. NBA tonight, Miami Heat hosting the Boston Celtics in Game 4. Miami a 1.5 favorite at home, over under 216.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson paid for by the settlement specialists.
Attention, all women who use popular hair straighteners or relaxers like Motion, Dark and Lovely, Olive Oil Relaxer, or Organic Root Stimulator. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer such as ovarian, endometrial, or uterine cancer, or endometriosis after using these hair straighteners, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-816-3671 now to see if you qualify. A recent study in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute concluded that frequent users of chemical hair straighteners were twice as likely to develop uterine cancer. A separate study found that these hair straightening products contain hormone-disrupting chemicals. Call 800-816-3671 to see if you qualify for significant cash compensation. If you or a loved one use chemical hair straightener products like Motion, Dark and Lovely, or other popular brands and developed ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, or other illnesses, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-816-3671. Don't wait. Time is limited to file a claim. Call 800-816-3671. 800-816-3671. 800-816-3671.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Dazzling decal on Daisy's Donuts window. Bold banner at Barry's Barbershop. Prominent poster at Penny's on Park Place.
This is your sign. Well, signs. To try Staples and see the difference. Get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more.
From Staples, and I couldn't miss it.
N617. Visit staplesconnect.com/printbig for details.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online, you better have a good excuse. Yeah. We've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love. Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk. And you'll love every bit of it. Very well. Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Hit it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and let's go back to the text line. A lot of people with a lot to say about the Lakers losing, getting swept by the Denver Nuggets. Pinocchio says, afternoon, gents. NBA history begins tonight as the Celtics start the first ever backdoor sweep. Woohoo! Bleeding Shamrocks over here. Pinocchio. It's, you know what? You know, I get it. You're a fan. I'll tell you who's going to be quiet today. Everybody who said that same crap about the Lakers yesterday. It's very, very unlikely. Yep. I called for a sweep by the Celtics. Yeah. We're getting a sweep by the Miami Heat. We will talk about their game and what chances there are of either of those two things happening, Pinocchio, a little bit later. But let's continue here. Fifth letter says embarrassing. So embarrassing. I talked smack the other day about the Suns getting closed out at home, and my Lakers got swept at home. Yeah. He says, crazy. Good season, Lakers. Good season. Yeah.
Was it, though?
I mean,
Do you
when
remember what happened after you get swept?
Like the second half of the season for the Lakers was good after the trade. But before that, was it a good season?
No, but I mean, I would say it's a good season. Like if
I
were a fan
2-10.
Correct. And, you know, for 2/3 of the season, team wasn't really useful. But that being said, if I were a fan of the team from where we started to where we wound up, you know, I would feel good about it if that were my team.
Really feel good about being swept? Anything that happened before this is now eclipsed by the sweep.
You got swept, but like I just think this team has places to build off of and go. I mean, there's no reason to just you got swept, so you just feel bad. But to feel like
I don't feel bad at all.
The season wasn't a good season.
I mean, my food today has tasted better. The air is a little cleaner. I mean, my water is a little more clear and pure.
I mean, for Laker fans, obviously they're going to feel bad.
But that's the thing. I don't know.
Did you feel like you had a bad that it wasn't a great season? No.
What do they do now? I mean, hanging on to this team. That's not reality. they're going to have to make some moves. What's the kid, Austin? What's his name? Austin Reeves. They're not going to be able to hang on. If they do,
how'd the Suns get him?
They're going to pay him big money.
Correct, and they'd be willing to do that.
And even some of the which I love the talking heads on TV because they have all the answers, But some of those are even speculating that the Lakers are going to go after Kyrie Irving. What kind of a circus clown show would this be if Kyrie Irving shows up?
LeBron used to play together
and won a championship.
I know
together.
that, but we're talking about current day. We're talking about Kyrie Irving, current day, who is nothing more than kind of a space cadet. He shows up when he wants to. He plays well when he wants to, and then other times he's just kind of off the deep end.
They brought in what's his name? Tristan. I'm not even a little embarrassed to bang Chloe Thompson. And he got pulled out of mothballs and played a couple minutes last night. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't they think, oh, LeBron liked it when we brought in Tristan Thompson. Let's bring in Kyrie. Let's make this happen.
I hope they do because I think it will end poorly. Remember.
I know it might end poorly, but I do think that there is something to be said about having another guy not named LeBron James who could just go get a bucket when you need a damn bucket. Like they just didn't have that.
But
not even out of Anthony Davis.
I mean, Keon, with all due respect,
I'm not saying that Kyrie is the answer.
I mean, put some makeup on that. It's a clown show. He'll show up in a little car and he'll get out with giant shoes on with the circus music playing. It's a clown show.
Yeah, I'm just saying if anybody could rein him in, it's LeBron because LeBron was the only person that ever did.
I don't know about that.
Do you see these pictures of him showing him a globe? Saying, listen, look at this.
You see how round this is? Do you understand how it works now?
And Kyrie going, oh.
And the sun goes around that?
Well, here comes the Laker faithful. Devox texts in, hey, radio guys, what improvements did the Mavs make after they were swept last season?
Shut up. Right?
I mean, is this a statement about the Lakers? Like, because now you got swept. Are you saying there's no improvements to make? I don't understand.
Could have even been a poke at the Suns. I'm not sure. Big Jar says, Randy, you're right. LeBron's a teenage girl. Why do you think I'm the one that said he was a teenage girl first?
Yeah.
Why do you think he whines and complains all the time when a call doesn't go his way or he flops like a soccer player? He's one of the GOATs for sure, but his demeanor and personality leave a lot to be desired from a fan standpoint. You a fan?
I'm not.
I'm not.
I think if you just mean a fan of basketball in general, then yeah.
I respect what he's done in the league. I respect that he's going to be a National Basketball Association all-time great. You're going to be hearing about LeBron James until the end of time, just like you'll hear from about Michael Jordan, just like you'll hear about the other greats of the game. But I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Just Twitter says LeBron is mad because his team got swept, and I can't blame him. He actually believes his team could hold their own against Denver. And each game they were in. They were in the games, but it seemed like in the middle of game 3, I'm sitting there going, the Nuggets are just too good. The Nuggets cannot be beat, especially not on this court. And they sort of like let things happen and go, oh, well, we better fix that. And then they do. That's the difference. Other teams will be like, start getting a hole and be like, oh no. The Nuggets go, wait, we're in a hole? Don't worry about it. We got this. And then they do.
Yeah. Surprise. The team that's had the best record in the league since December 20th played like the best team in the league since December 20th.
I've never felt better about the Suns, to be honest. I can't believe now they might want to ask Monty to come back. Now that you've seen this, you're like, okay, we made a mistake. Hey, Monty, come on, babe. Let's sort this out. CK says, good afternoon, fellas. Randy, beer me, please. Le douche knows what he's doing. He got swept. He doesn't want people to focus on him being swept again. So the focus is going to be on the Nuggets. So he mentioned retirement. So the focus would stay on him and not the sweep. Him retiring, not the sweep. He says, this is why he's Le douche. Can I get a burn in hell Lakers and suck it Ralph, please? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can.
Hell Lakers. Burn in hell, Lakers! Shut the hell up, Ralph!
I don't want to ask Fish Tank for this, but if he did happen to record a new version about the Lakers getting swept Doesn't have to say by the Suns, but just by them getting swept. I think it would be a welcome addition to the arsenal. I'm just saying. I don't want to. He got salty with me last time when they shut the hell up Ralph. I felt like, well, that could have been louder or whatever. And he's like, I'm giving you free stuff. You're going to complain about it. I'm like, no. I'm just saying we want to keep this up to the excellence that we're used to. That's all. But if he came up with
the excellence,
you got swept, but in the conference finals part, or however he wants to do it, just something about them getting swept. I think I would love that very much. Let's go back and see here. Glendale Runner. Hey, Glendale Runner. Haven't heard from you in a minute. He says mogul in reference to a person comes from 1670s Europe, a powerful person, specifically a Mongol conqueror. Ski mogul from German word muggle, which means bump. Thank you. Was that so hard? Thank you so much, Glendale Runner. These guys wouldn't even bother. Randy just straight up didn't give a crap. I care about where things originate. Thank you, Glendale Runner. I appreciate that.
I didn't really care.
The Jet says, hey, guys, it's a great day. Always a great day. The day after a Laker gets swept. Yeah, it's a great day. Ask Ralph if he'll still be a Lakers fan if LeBron leaves. And he doesn't like LeBron either, by the way. He says, and comes to the Suns. LeBron is not coming to the Suns. Yeah, I tell you that. We can't afford him. But no, Ralph, to his credit, is straight up a Lakers fan. Straight up a Lakers fan, bad or good. I haven't seen him bandwagon yet. If I see him wearing a Nuggets jersey next time he's on, we're turning off his camera. I just can't have it. It's too much.
I don't think he will. I believe enough in Ralph and his love for the Lakers that he can't do that.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, people act like the NBA guys now don't take a beating. Half the time they look scratched up like a cat from hell got to them with all the ripping through screens and holding. Guys also move faster now and are bigger and stronger than before. But they do act like little biatches about it. I'll give you that. I think that I get what you're saying, and I think you're maybe looking at, can I tell you something about white people? Let me just tell you something about white people, especially my pale version of them. Being English Irish, my whiteness is a lot like Jokic's. And let me tell you what happens. When I carry a heavy bag over my shoulder and then I take my shirt off, I've got like weird bruising straight across my shoulder where the strap was. Like, it's not deep and it doesn't last long, but there's actual bruising that lasts a day or two from having that there. And I think Jokic has that sort of whiteness where you even just kind of touch him a little bit, he's going to get marked up. That doesn't mean it's tougher than what people went through in the 80s playing basketball. I don't think I'm going to ever compare what players play for now and what they play for. I'm not saying a guy don't ever get an elbow. I'm not saying a guy doesn't ever get seriously fouled, but they sure are more sensitive about it and catch it. The difference is it was happening constantly in the 80s and 90s, and play never stopped. These guys just took it. Nowadays, if if it gets missed or even it's perceived or even faked, the guy goes flying 35 feet backwards, and then they got to come over and wipe up the sweat with their giant Swiffers. So yeah, guys, everything you're saying is right, Baker's Cocky Hens, but don't compare them too closely because that ain't right. That's not true. I mean, Keon, you are a student of the game. Am I right or am I right?
No, you're right. Like the stuff that they call fouls now and they called fouls then. They can't act like they never called fouls back then. But stuff that's flagrant fouls now, those were common fouls back then. You just shoot a couple of free throws and the guy that clotheslined you is still out there playing. It's just a different thing. Now, do I think like defenses are kind of harder to figure out now? Yeah, because you could play zones. Those were illegal defenses back then. Like you couldn't do that. But zones are defenses that by nature don't have you getting beat up as much. So yeah, no, I don't think that I don't think that the game now is as physical as it was back then. It was definitely more physical back then.
Last Optimus says, wait, you get bruised carrying your wife's purse? No, I get bruised carrying your mom's sex pillow. Oh, smack! Come at me talking about my wife, Last Optimus. What's wrong with you?
Your mom's sex pillow?
Well, it's very oddly shaped and a bit heavy. Mars Bars 805 says, happy Taco Tuesday, guys. One good thing about the Lakers is we don't have to worry about looking for a coach. Part is the Lakers are going to do what it takes. Okay, hold on. His whole text is starting to fall apart here.
The part is that all the Lakers are going to do is take the loss and get up and do it again next year. If it was the Suns, they would fire the coach and go kamikaze. I'll take an 805, please. All right. Well, Mars 805. I didn't agree with firing Monty either, but maybe it is necessary. Maybe smarter people than me have figured that out, or more likely, there's a rich guy sitting there going, thumbs down, like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator, and he's just like, get me one of those, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have another giant paycheck to kind of help out with, because it's his team now, and I think he gets whatever he wants. But yeah, I mean, don't compare the Lakers getting swept to the Suns hanging in there very nicely against the Nuggets until it fell apart. So yeah, sorry, Mario's 805. I'm sorry for your loss. Fish Tank says, get a broom and burn in hell, Lakers. Fish Tank's really feeling it right now. Forget Fish Tank. Who's your basketball team? Is it the Suns? Do you remember? I think it is. He's a Miami Dolphins fan. Makes you wonder if he's a Miami Heat fan.
But not necessarily, because I know he's also an Atlanta Braves fan for baseball. So
this is not a new texter. I don't know who you are, 3387. It says, is the sex pillow a bit heavy, just like the mom? Come on now. Easy does it. I said it for comedic effect. We're not all going to jump on top of the last Optimus mom. All right, let me rephrase that.
Damn.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem, Eliquis, the Apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com. or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson paid for by the settlement specialists.
Attention, all women who use popular hair straighteners or relaxers like Motion, Dark and Lovely, Olive Oil Relaxer, or Organic Root Stimulator. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer such as ovarian, endometrial, or uterine cancer, or endometriosis after using these hair straighteners, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-816-3671 now to see if you qualify. A recent study in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute concluded that frequent users of chemical hair straighteners were twice as likely to develop uterine cancer. A separate study found that these hair straightening products contain hormone-disrupting chemicals. Call 800-816-3671 to see if you qualify for significant cash compensation. If you or a loved one used chemical hair straightener products like Motion, Dark and Lovely, or other popular brands and developed ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, or other illnesses, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-816-3671. Don't wait. Time is limited to file a claim. Call 800-816-3671. 800-816-3671. 800-816-3671.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait. Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Check out great summer specials at Macy's Memorial Day Sale, like Swim Chill Love, $12.99 to $25.99. Swim Hill Livin', 40% off, and 40% off casual sandals and more. Or get an extra 20% off more summer essentials with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money Bonus Days. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
This is Brad Musburger. Don't miss Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I feel like I should probably apologize to Last Optimus. I think I violated a treaty by making a mama joke right there.
A treaty?
I don't know. Maybe they said crap about my wife. Well, saying me carrying my wife's purse. I guess that wasn't about my wife, was it? So technically, I probably have violated a treaty, a man treaty. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we don't bring moms into this. You know. So I know you're all waiting. Last Optimist says, I survived mom's bathing suit mishap at the public pool. I could survive the fourth dimension. Mom outweighs the needs of the many.
Oh, no.
Congratulations to her. She's retiring this year. 40% chance she lasts longer than her Illinois state pension plan. Oh, my God.
Wow.
All right. So in that case, I withdraw my apology because he's just jumped right in there with it. So all is well.
With more information than you ever could have, to be honest.
1580. Mom outweighs the needs of the many. 33. I was going to read the last one. 3387 said. He said, I said we shouldn't pile on his mom. He's like, is there enough room for all of us? So I didn't read that. I didn't read that, Last Optimist. Well, thank you for being all right. And by the way, 3387. Enough of this texting in and not having a texter nickname. And I'm going to roll up here and see how long has it been. You've been December 7th. You've been texting since December 7th, occasionally sniping here and there. You need a texter nickname, Stat, or else we're going to give one to you. I'll just scroll through your past texts. This is weird. He's got gifts of Samuel Jackson, one of Bruce Lee, other. Here we go. He's saying maybe you can call somebody Resting Pitch Face. Well, that might become their texture nickname, Resting Pitch Face. That's not a bad one.
That sounds like a great
that's
one,
a pretty
right
good
there.
one, actually. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't choose, you become Resting Pitch Face. So you've got some. He says I've been texting since August 26th. No, man, it says December 7th right there. You joined back when you were texting in Bruce Jacobs there back in the day. So he says old system. Dude, you're the same person. Pick a texture nickname. 888-368-1580. Last Optimist says, yeah, it's a day which shall live in infamy. King Kenton says, go Diamondbacks. How about them Diamondbacks, Randy?
How about them Diamondbacks? Currently fourth in the National League in batting average, but they're towards the bottom of the barrel in pitching ERA.
Well, they beat the Phillies yesterday, and the Dodgers, they won too. So we're still a game and a half back, but hanging in there.
The one thing I did see, Ronald Acuna Jr. is having quite the season play as the Rays were playing the Dodgers yesterday. Heads up play by Ronald Acuna Jr. on a walk. He was on first base, so he kind of just trotted to second base. And Max Muncy, in his infinite wisdom, had his back turned to the infield, which ball players out there, what do you never do? Never turn your back on the infield. Always keep your face towards the infield. Guess what Ronald Acuna Jr. did as Mac Muncy strolled away from third base with his back to the infield.
Man.
He took third base. Heads up play, and that is a stolen base. So good for him. And it happened against the Dodgers. So
I love when things happen against the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
How about that catcher getting hit in the head? Marcell Ozuna, he's like, hey, he's up the bat there. Hits the ball, pops out to the left, but when he swung his bat around, it came back and it hit the catcher in the head, Will Smith. So Will Smith jumped up. He's like, dude, what the hell? And the guy's like, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to. He says, yeah, but it's like the second time this has happened. He's like, he's pissed.
Yeah.
So here come the bullpen. Here come these other guys. They're sort of standing out in the outfield, kind of like in the movie Field of Dreams, and they're kind of standing out there in the corner like, is it okay to go in? Or what are we doing? Are we going in?
Yeah.
But then nothing happened because, they separated the two and nothing happened. But still, what do you think of that? You played catcher. People ever hit you in the head with their bat on a swing?
Well, it's happened to me before. And usually you can tell a guy, you know what, easy on the backswing there, bro. Easy on the backswing. If you have to, drop the bat, but don't hit me in the head again. Or we're going to have some issues. I mean, it's happened to me a few times.
Well, what did you say on the second time?
Well, the second time didn't usually come for me. I mean, usually the first time would handle it. Usually there was no intentional. But you get these pros, they have that real big backswing. where the bat just comes way back around one-handed. These guys a lot of times one-handed, and that's how you end up hitting a catcher. You can really injure a catcher by doing
it.
So,
Will Smith had a concussion. He missed 13 games.
Yeah.
Back April. So I feel like, yeah. Well, by the way, I think the only reason it didn't turn into a fight is because Marcelo Zuna is about a head taller than Will Smith.
Yeah.
So he's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing. There just was. You never thought he was going to take a swing at.
I would just, I'm sure the guys have it worked out. It's just, it's that follow through, man, that gets you. It's that follow through. Keep both hands on the bat. You won't have a problem with that. These
if
guys.
This happens again, then Will Smith should get a free punch.
There's going to be a problem. There will be a problem. He will bring Marcelo Zuna down to a level to where he can work on him. So
there should be a league rule that you get a free punch. How many times do you backswing? Or backswing, you get a free punch.
Or if you're swinging through like that and you have that follow through and you hit the catcher, that should be an automatic out, in my opinion.
That's not bad. But then catchers might be leaning into it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's kind of hard to do that, especially when you hold on to the bat with both hands. If you're following through with one hand, you let go of the bat, which you're not supposed to do. You let go of the bat with both hands, and you just have one hand, and you're kind of following through. It's real easy to hit and it's very dangerous too. They should call him on this, and they should make him follow through with both hands.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's this big, extravagant swing, and then they follow through. Oh man, they twist all the way around, and that could be real dangerous. You got to stop that. They got to bring that to an end.
By the way, I think with marijuana legal now, I don't think that this is going to matter much. But our 3387 has decided to use the texter nickname Ultimate Frisbee Guy, which right there is the same as saying guy who deals weed. That's
is it?
I don't think
all
so.
The Ultimate Frisbee guys I know are just bros. They're not necessarily people that smoke weed or
really. Ultimate Frisbee people.
Yes,
wow.
Because it's a huge thing out in Tennessee. Like people really find an open field and play.
I was thinking California Frisbee guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In that case, I'm 100% right.
Probably. I mean, it's California.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he wants to be Ultimate Frisbee guy. I see no issues or problems with that, unless somebody objects.
No objection here.
Not at all.
It wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this thing about people killing birds all over the damn place. You go through waves of bird killings. Let me tell you what I know. Driving in my old truck, the truck I had before, Randy, and right after I got it, I'm driving down the road. Boom! There goes a dove right off the top of my windshield of the truck. Put a dent in it. And I was like, son of a bitch. And you couldn't really see it. So I was like, all right. And I felt bad about, I don't want to kill an animal if I don't have to, and boom, there goes the bird. I'm like, and then I killed so many doves after that. They were like all these low flying acrobat doves or something, or suicidal. I don't know. Maybe they thought, you killed our friend. I want to talk to you. Oh, and they don't realize that I'm going 70. So I went through a span of time or a few months where I was hitting birds all over the place. I don't know if there's some problem with the Earth's magnetic field that was causing these birds to not realize they're flying low into a fast moving vehicle. But then after that, I haven't hit a bird in many, many years.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's just periods of time, and we're in a period of time now where some birds is going to die if they keep showing up at the ballpark. Because the other day, Will Brennan for the Guardians, he wasn't pitching. He hit a line drive right towards the shortstop, but it kind of drooped down. It fell down in the infield and just killed the bird that was standing there minding its own business. This guy wasn't even flying. He's just like, hey, these are great seats. I can see everything from, oh God. And it was like Angry Birds. The ball went boom, and the bird went straight off to the left. Deed is a doornail. Deed.
And he felt really bad too. He was standing on first base, just kind of holding his helmet.
Oh, please.
I saw a picture of him sitting down. Like, what are you doing sitting down? It was just a bird.
Oh my God.
He felt
you
bad.
Didn't do it on purpose.
I know, but he still felt bad about it.
Shouldn't feel bad. Just happens.
The ball went 100 miles an hour, man. It was a 100-mile-an-hour ball.
Bird never had a chance.
You gave him his last flight, about 30 yards to the left. But still, the bird died doing what he loved.
I could tell you in all the years
Flying.
all the years I
he
played
wasn't even
ball,
flying though.
I never.
He was after he got hit.
Okay,
I never witnessed, nor did I assassinate a bird using the baseball at all. In all the years I played, never happened.
I took out a church secretary's nose accidentally with a line drive.
Oh, well,
I felt
yeah.
horrible about that.
Now that's happened before, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't do that on purpose, as far as she knows. Anyway, so now birds, we got 2 kills. 2 kills so far this season. We're not even at the All-Star break.
Yep.
Not a good year for a bird. I'm pretty sure.
They say these bird killings come in 3s, so the third one should be spectacular.
I thought it was celebrities died in 3s.
Maybe that was it.
I mean, if you get into a car with,
maybe
Gary
that was
Busey,
it.
that just, you're going to probably die.
Could be.
Or Nick Nolte.
Yeah, I think you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Bruno Baller says, I never played it, but I heard frisbee golf is pretty fun.
Frisbee golf is fun, and now they've got this frisbee football league now.
Why don't they just play with the football?
They play it with the frisbee.
Let's just call it frisbee.
And call it frisbee football.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a football game played with a frisbee instead of a football.
This almost angers me to think about. I'll be honest.
I mean, it happens. I was
People
going to
are pissing
send
me
you.
off now.
I was going to send you something I saw on Twitter today. Out in Tempe, a brand new pickleball extraordinaire court. What is it? A place, indoor place opened up.
It's all right.
Out there in Chandler.
Because the Halloween superstores are going to need new places to open up, so it won't be long. Pickleball ain't gonna last.
You keep saying it ain't going to last, but I have a feeling it's here to stay.
Yeah,
maybe not on TV. That I don't believe.
I have a feeling it's here to stay.
You don't show ping pong on TV.
Oh yes,
Why
they do.
would you show pickleball on
Wide
TV?
World of Sports used to do it all the time. Ping pong.
Used to. Ain't no more. My God, I got texts that are sitting here on the text line that are waiting for a half an hour. I apologize. When we come back, I will go straight through oldest to newest, get ourselves caught up. I've been negligent today. I am committing negligent texticide. And I don't want your texts to die. So we'll get it taken care of. Promise.
All right. We'll be here.
Ultimate Frisbee guy says, Randy describing Frisbee football is pretty much what Ultimate Frisbee is.
There you go.
So it's not disc golf, it's Ultimate Frisbee, but Ultimate Frisbee is kind of like Frisbee football.
Disc golf is disc golf. Ultimate Frisbee is Frisbee football.
So confused. Oh, well, forget it. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Did you know you don't spell the footwear brand Skechers with a T? That's right. It's spelled Skechers. There's no T in Skechers. Whoa, wait, is that the legendary Mr. T?
What you talking about, fool? Mr. T is always in Skechers. Look, Skechers, Mr. T. Mr. T, Skechers.
I'm just saying, people often misspell Skechers and put a T in it.
Maybe they should think about changing it then, because T is always in Skechers, fool.
Sorry, Mr. T. There's no T in Skechers, only comfort.
Check out great summer specials at Macy's Memorial Day Sale, like Swim Chill Love, $12.99 to $25.99. Swim Hill Livin', 40% off, and 40% off casual sandals and more. Or get an extra 20% off more summer essentials with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money Bonus Days. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Dazzling decal on Daisy's Donuts window. Bold banner at Barry's Barbershop. prominent poster at Penny's on Park Place.
This is your sign. Well, signs. To try Staples and see the difference. Get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more.
From Staples, and I couldn't miss it.
N617. Visit staplesconnect.com/printbig for details.
Here's how we long for Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear.
The world has gone hands-free. However, if you want to put on a pair of sneakers, you still need to bend down and help your feet in. Until now, introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. You don't need to reach down to help your heel in. You just step into them and off you go. So what's the secret? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide into place. And they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers.
Get hands-free slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody. It's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I am backlogged a half an hour's worth of texts, and I feel awfully bad about that. I apologize. So we're going to get caught up, oldest text to newest text, and then we'll all go on with our lives. So we talked about an awful lot in the last hour. We talked about the Lakers and LeBron and birds getting killed and somebody's mama. I don't know everything we talked about, but I'm sure it'll all come back to us as we go through this. So let's get it done. Navy Brad says, happy sweeping day. Yes, it is. Happy sweeping day. Sorry, Lakers. Guess who didn't get swept? The Suns. Guess who was able to win their home games, at least at first? The Suns. At least we didn't get swept. That's all I'm saying. Peter Longwood says, I'm not a LeBron fan, and I think he played his ass off until old age just took over. No one on the team there, no one else helped him finish. Yeah, and listen, you know, he still can play at a high level probably for 2-3 more years, you know? It works until it doesn't, I guess. And as long as he keeps doing everything he's been doing to get this far, I don't see any reason why he can't keep playing. And his goal is to play with his son. And I really 100,000,000% believe he is coming back. He just had a little boo-hoo moment, and then he's going to wake up and, I don't know what he does. I mean, he's going to, you remember that thing where he's got, I don't know, remember that commercial where like he was in his house and how he gets up and gets ready?
Yeah.
Do you think that's real?
I mean, for a guy that spends as much money on him, and if you just look at LeBron, he doesn't look like a guy who ever skips a day in the gym. Let me put it that way.
He ain't going to start now. That's what I'm saying. Until he gets to play with his son, he is motivated. He's coming back. Everybody relax. Flash Gordon says, Keon, the earth goes around the sun. Cue up the clown music.
I mean, it's all relative.
Who's relative? You guys are related?
Relative to us, the sun just depends on what point you're using.
My son? Well, I've got two sons.
Not your son. The
Randy,
son.
Randy's got a mess of kids.
The SUN.
How many sons you have?
Well, I have 4 sons, and then I have 2 by marriage, so I have 6 sons.
By marriages?
No, but by marriage.
Oh, okay.
Miss Kim had 2 sons, and I have 4 sons myself.
Got it. What does it have to do with the LeBron, Keon?
Oh, when we were making fun of Kyrie earlier, it has nothing to do with LeBron.
Why are you talking about our kids?
I talked about the SUN son. Nothing about your kids. Yeah.
That makes more sense, doesn't it, Randy? Yeah, it does.
I guess.
Yeah. Fifth letter says, agree with Randy. Keep Kyrie away from the Lakers. I'm hearing Trae Young's name now and then, even named Dame. Dame's affiliated heading to LA. The West is in trouble with Denver. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, but we've heard Dame's name around the Suns as well. So this is going to be an interesting offseason for the NBA for sure. Tom says, sorry, Lakers, Nick Van Exel and Samaki Walker are not walking through them doors. Baker's Cocky Him says, I like the Lakers approach. You get a bunch of scrappy Bulldogs, surround them with a fat piece of ham, and they'll lead the way. The ham leads
fat piece of ham.
Are you saying that the coach Ham is fat?
Doesn't look fat to me, but
following this. Fish Tank says, yeah, I'm a very confusing sports fan. That's what I said. I don't know who his basketball team is. And I know he's a Dolphins fan because he's Fish Tank. So here's who his fandoms are. He's a Dolphins fan, a Braves fan, a Suns fan, and a Coyotes fan.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. No, all right. That is confusing. It's a little bit confusing. But hey, that's cool. Average Joe says, I think that guy's nickname should be Randy is my weather daddy. No. We've already had a conference and a meeting and an agreement. We shook hands.
Weather
He's your
daddy.
weather jefe.
Oh, that's okay.
You're the weather jefe.
Yeah, that's right.
What, did you want to change it again?
Kind of like weather daddy. Just
You
saying.
can't have weather daddy. We agreed. You agreed. Everybody agreed.
I understand.
Biscuits and Gravy says, about time Will Smith is the one getting smacked around.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You keep my pitcher's name out of your mouth. Big George says, if the playoffs started today, the Diamondbacks would have a home field advantage for the first round of the playoffs as the top wild card team. How fun would that be? It'd be great fun, but we are a little bit away from that reality. So just enjoy where we are. Don't jinx it, George. Don't jinx it.
It's okay to dream.
No, it's not. Not
Okay.
if you're a Diamondbacks fan. No, you don't. You just, oh my God, it happened. That's all you do. You don't jinx it. You don't suppose it. You don't think about it. You wait till it happens and go, oh my.
Yeah.
And be happy. George, don't jinx it. Mr. Wilbur says, I think Vegas just at the over-under for bird kills this season, 4.5. That seems high to me. I think I'm going to take the under. What about you guys?
I'm going to go over.
Over?
I'm going to take the under as well.
Yeah, I'm going over.
5 kills?
Yeah, easy.
I believe we can get to 3, but I
no
for
easy.
5.
Yeah, so I have a theory. Okay, you know how all these climatologists, they're blocking traffic and stuff around the world. And they're gluing themselves
I don't
to
think that's the climatologist.
baskets. Well, just hear me out for a second. This is just my thought. I'm the chief meteorologist, so I have my hand on the pulse of the world. Okay, these birds are also in on this climatology thing. This bird population are trying to make that. Remember that? Remember that show, Birds, back in the day.
That was a
remember
movie.
that? Oh my God! Remember
Black and
that?
white
And the
movie,
birds. Oh, and the
50s.
birds were taking. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because now all this climate thing is happening, and the birds are pissed, and they don't care. Who knows about it? And they're going to. Oh, they're infiltrating the ball games now. But you watch. It tried to attack you already, Jeffrey. You know it's true. They tried to attack you already. They've been dive bombing against. I'm telling you, the birds. It'll be over. Bird kills over 5. Easy.
It would be different if the birds were hitting people. What's happening is the ball is hitting birds.
You haven't been on the beach lately, have you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you look at
The
this.
birds
whiteness
are
right here.
swooping down out of the heavens, and they're hitting people, and they're taking the food from the people. The birds,
I don't know if
Jeffrey.
that's true. I don't
The
know if that's
birds.
true. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it, Randy. We'll keep an eye on it. But I don't think anything you just said is probably true.
Oh, it's very true.
King of Kitten says at Toronto's Exhibition Stadium on August 4th, 1983, Dave Winfield, then a 31-year-old New York Yankee outfielder, threw a warm-up ball in the middle of the 5th inning that struck and killed a seagull.
Ah, see?
1983.
See?
It
It's
was 20
happening.
more years before it happened again.
Tried to tell you. It's
20
happening.
plus years.
It's happening. The birds.
I'm skeptical. Ultimate Frisbee guy says, yeah, I'm Ultimate Frisbee guy. I took, I host an Ultimate Frisbee game every weekend. Haven't played for about 8 years straight. Oh, wait. Okay. So you do now. You haven't played for 8 years. Well, what happened in those 8 years that you weren't playing? And where do you host this game?
I have a lot of questions now for ultimate.
See, I could see you
Frisbee
being.
guy.
I could see you being an ultimate Frisbee guy, Jeffco.
No,
No, I could see it. Yeah,
No,
as fast as you are. As fast as you
I
are,
don't
my
think you have
friend.
to run for ultimate frisbee.
Oh my God! Yes, you do. You need to look it
Yeah.
up on the YouTube.
Really?
You need to look
definitely
it
have
up
to
on the
run
YouTube.
for it. Yeah.
You
Fast
will.
as I used to be.
You will enjoy this ultimate frisbee. I'm telling you.
Like,
You
I don't
will
want
enjoy
to.
it.
I don't want to watch it on TV, but I did play it a couple times with some friends. It's pretty fun.
See, Jeffco, I think you would like this.
I don't see you running all that much, Keon.
As fast as you used
You
to be.
ran?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I didn't say fast. I ran.
Oh, like a light jog, or
I was always better at jumping than running.
Keon reminds me of like a panther. Yeah, he's getting a quick takeoff, just like a burst. Like, so quick
Oh,
burst.
yeah, no, very quick takeoff.
And then into cruise mode.
None of
right
the
after
other
that.
steps after that are fast.
And then
So-
slow down and then into a walk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think my days of racing people are well over.
No,
I
this
ain't
is
doing
not a
that
race. This is ultimate frisbee. And as competitive as you are, I think you would. I think you would do well. Yeah, probably in the senior division, but I think you would do well.
Yeah, I'll be on the senior tour. Okay. It's Patrick. Let's see. No, we can't. Twitty, it says a shload of people think cornhole is a stupid game. Yet this weekend, when I passed by a TV over the course of a few hours, it was constantly aired. Looks like cornhole is here to stay. Again, that's just a backyard game.
People
It's
are
stuff
making-
that's aired when nothing better is
Yeah.
to air, but it doesn't mean anything.
But there are professional cornholers, and these guys make six figures a tournament.
This only tells me one thing: there is no God.
It's not true.
If these guys are making six figures playing
Six
cornhole,
figures a tournament.
stupid.
People are working real jobs.
Either
you know?
there's no God, or God is just like, let's screw with them some more.
Let's just see how it goes.
I'm making six figures throwing a beanbag at a hole. There's a big piece of wood. We were trying to make a glory hole, but we used the wrong drill bit. And I thought, well, should throw a beanbag through it. Whee! Look at me now. I get six figures. Yeah.
Well, when you say it like that, I mean,
humanity's done.
I mean, if I could cajole up enough, strength to go out and travel this great land and play cornhole professionally and make six figures, hell yes, I would.
Well, much of us would do whatever we could do to make six figures. You know,
that's
if somebody asked me at a party, "What do you do?" I'm a dentist. I'm not going to ever say out loud, "I'm a cornholer."
Professional athlete.
No, because that causes more questions. You say dentist, they're like, "It's nice meeting you."
Professional
Walk
athlete.
away.
Professional athlete.
I don't want to answer questions about my cornholing. No, thank you.
I'm a professional competitor.
No, because that too many questions. Too many questions. I don't want to answer those questions.
You
go ahead.
Look,
if I'm making six figures, I'll tell everybody what I'm doing.
If you roll up in it like a Bentley to a party and somebody asks you what you do, hell yes,
These
I'm going to
guys
say.
ain't making Bentley money.
They're making six figures. The good
That ain't
guys
Bentley money.
are making six figures a tournament.
You'd have to work 3 years to get that Bentley, even doing six figures.
Oh my God, come on.
Bentleys are very expensive, Randy.
Come on.
That ain't Bentley money.
Come on.
I ain't come on, nothing. I'm right. Go look up how much a Bentley costs.
These
See
guys,
what it-
it's kind of like bass fishermen. They got the sponsors. Oh yeah, look up professional bass fishing.
I don't want to live on a planet where cornhole makes you six figures. I just don't. I'm ready to go to Mars. Do you need radio people on Mars? I'm on the way. Nurse Scratchit says, while leading Audubon Society members up to McDowell Mountain, my trail gate, a dove crashed into my truck windshield. Another hit the car behind and cracked the windshield. Sheesh, we were
It's
do
the
the
birds.
annual bird count right there.
It's the birds right there. I'm telling you. What'd you
Nurse
guys say?
Scratchit.
You're taking under 5? I'm going over 5.
Nurse
Easy.
Scratchit has a very interesting life.
Well,
NFL Blitzer says, happy Tuesday. Diamondbacks up 2-0 now. Oh, geez, I was just looking at that. And by God, you're right. Bottom of the second, 2 outs. Diamondbacks 2-0 over the Phillies. Thank you for the update, NFL Blitzer. Harry Soap says, the highlight of LeBron's season, it was keeping Steph Curry from passing him in championships. I guess that's
could be. Yeah.
That's a bitter one there. Yeah. Bruno Baller says, the weather warrior. Sounds pretty cool, Randy.
No, it's too hard to say.
No, it's not.
The
That's
weather
alliteration.
warrior. The weather warrior.
Your weather warrior,
I wanna be
Randy
the-
White.
No, weather hefe.
Weather warrior sounds way better than weather hefe.
Everybody knows. This is the desert Southwest. Everybody knows what hefe means.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah.
The weather warrior.
Weather hefe.
Badass.
No.
Weather warrior.
No, weather warrior. No.
You say weather hefe, I kind of see the guy with the tie from Office Space. He's got the coffee cup. He's like, yeah, we're going to have to ask you to work on Saturday. Okay. That's what, sometimes I think of when you say hefe. You don't want to be that guy.
No.
Weather warrior. Is there anything interesting in weather that we need to know about?
It's just going to be hotter and hotter and
Okay.
hotter. And there's a chance of rain this weekend, but we saw what that chance of rain did this past weekend. I mean,
nada.
I mean, you're lucky
Couple
if you get.
sprinkles.
Yeah, I mean, we might get some blowing dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get a weather forecast later, like a day or two later. I don't know.
Well,
when
yeah,
you
I
think
mean-
it's important, let me know.
Okay. I'll have my eyes on the weather scene here. Your weather. You say warrior?
Or hefe. I like weather warrior.
Weather warrior. But see, then I have to
Your
do that.
weather
all-
warrior.
Weather boy. I need some custom IDs made up for that.
Well, you know how to do that. That's kind of your job, man. You can handle that. Well, you just hefe or warrior. It's your choice. We'll just leave that one to you. Navy Brad says, has anyone heard from Sir today? Sir Ralph? I bet he's crying his eyes out since his fakers were swept. No, he's been pretty cool about it. I did. My first text last night was, I'm sorry for your loss. And he was,
He was
that
very classy on Twitter, from what I saw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was
But
very
he's not
classy
going
about
to be. You watch. My prediction, he will speak of all those trophies the Lakers have won in the past, no fewer
Well,
than 5 times.
yeah,
He's
look,
going to
I mean-
talk about how the Suns haven't won anything, no fewer than 3 times.
I know.
And he's going to tell you how much he doesn't like LeBron anyways, no fewer than 2.
I know.
That's the
I know.
count.
But I know Ralph. I feel like I know him pretty intimately.
Excuse me?
I know him pretty intimately. I think I know. That's all insecure.
how-
That's just a cover
How
up.
intimately? Do you know
I think I know Ralph pretty intimately. I know what's really going on. I think he's got a broken heart today.
Intimately? Have you looked that up?
I think
on
he's
the
got
dictionary?
a broken heart. He's sad. I think he's sad. Probably in his
food
office
does
right
not taste as good as our food. Then.
No. Our food tastes great. Our water tastes a little cooler. The air is a little
Sweeter.
fresher.
Sure.
The birds sing a little louder.
Yes.
The grass is a little greener.
Oh yeah.
And the Lakers are a little lost. They're a little roaming around LA,
What else is new?
not finding their way home. Probably sad, miserable.
Well, you know the old saying, come home victorious or come home on your shield.
Is shield or sword?
No, you don't come home on a sword. You come home on
your
the
sword.
shield. They would necessarily. They put the
What?
body on the shield to people to carry you home, like
Thought
because that
that's-
was like a stretcher.
I thought that's where what do you call those? The shish kebabs came from.
No,
Thought that was like an ancient
you
Roman
not
thing.
know anything about the Vikings?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
The Vikings.
What were we talking about?
Donnie would know about the Vikings. But
Yeah, that's why he's so angry. That's why he trolls so much. He's a
Yeah.
Vikings fan. He's got nothing else.
well, he's had that sword in all of
Yeah.
his.
They
never
they
mind.
go home on their shield every year.
Oh yeah. So do the twins. So the Tom says, don't you know the bird is a word?
True.
No, Tom, we don't know that. I'm going to move on now. Beer Bob says, since you just went over how many sons Randy has, technically he is some people's weather daddy. So can't he be all of our weather daddies? No, he's not the weather daddy. The whole idea was 1580, the Fanatic, your weather daddy. That was supposed to be the station, not Randy. Now, if it's Randy, and because of how sexy Randy is, then we have sexualized that term, and it doesn't
Oh.
sound right.
I see.
You know, goes from being badass weather station to Randy's gonna make your wife pregnant, and we don't need that sort of heat. Okay, we don't need that heat.
We really don't.
So Hefe or Warrior, that's fine. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I hear Josh Gordon is in Ultimate Frisbee Hall of Fame. Josh Gordon.
Oh boy. Took me a second, but I did get there. I did. That's a good joke. That's a good one.
Let it simmer.
Cards Chappie says they started playing ultimate frisbee games during halftime at football games. No, they haven't. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he knows.
Well, how long is one of these ultimate frisbee games?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it could go on during a halftime of a game.
I know when I played a couple of times that it's sort of like pickup basketball. People give you a score and you just play to the score.
Play to 10.
Yeah. So it just, as long as you need it to be. I mean, if you go into halftime and you're like, all right, we only have time for maybe this many points, you play that.
Yeah, I don't know.
See?
I don't like it. Big George, hold that thought. In fact, everybody hold that thought. We're running late for a break. Oh, wait. Navy Brad says Randy is the John Wick of weather forecasting. You're damn right he is. But we can't say that. That's a copyright infringement. Scratch Me Because says, how about the weather Webanyama? Yes, he is. He is the weather Webanyama. But again, I don't know if we get away. Weather warrior, weather hefe.
Okay.
Make a
All right.
damn choice. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. All right. I'll think on it. All right.
Oh my God. We're still so far behind, but at least I'm looking at the time codes. These are all at least now in this hour. So when we come back, we're going to get it sorted. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait. Unlimited first year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari compares the markets to a roller coaster ride.
Don't try to get too cute with the market and try to get out at the very top and realize, oops, that wasn't the top, then try to get back in. Then it corrects, then you get out again, and then you say, oh, that was the top, and I got in, and now I'm behind. Let me sell out. You sell out, market goes right back up. You'll drive yourself crazy doing that. And I see so many people trying to do that. And emotionally, it just takes a toll on them. And then they realize, oh, yeah, I better get somebody to do it.
If you're ready for some help with your investments, call Compact Asset Management at 800-388-9700 and schedule your free consultation with Mo Ansari. That's 800-388-9700, 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Greg Clark Automotive trained and certified technicians, servicing the Valley for 45 years. Located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue. Highly rated by Google. Any of their foreign, domestic, or diesel work repairs come with a digital inspection, customer approval, and warranty. 2 years or 24,000 miles. State-of-the-art service, family touch. Contact us today at 602-246-2881 or online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention 1580 and get 10% off.
New schedule, new season, new direction. This year, the Cardinals will travel over 25,000 miles. They will do battle against Bears, Browns, Texans, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Eagles, Steelers, and Commanders on the road. They will face the Bengals, Cowboys, Giants, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Falcons, and Ravens at home. Think there won't be drama? When it comes to Arizona Cardinals football, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
I think you're right, Hefty Lefty. I think he does go by Mo, Weather, Daddy, and Sorry. I think you're right. Sorry, Randy. He's already got the trademark on that.
Mo, Weather, Daddy, and Sorry?
Yeah, that's sorry. Yeah. Hefty Lefty also says, hey, you see how the Broncos released the last member of the Super Bowl team today? He says, thanks for the last 8 seasons, Brandon McManus. He'll be splitting the gooch for another team this season. Yeah, why did they let him go? I thought he was still doing fine. That were they just like we don't want to pay a kicker that much? It seemed kind of weird, hefty lefty, but yeah, he'll be all right. He'll gonna. There's some team out there that needs a kicker. It's gonna say he's a good idea, and they're gonna be right. So must be the $2.5 million he's probably getting ready to make. Don't know. Big George says, well, now if Keon is the sexiest man in sports talk radio, Randy. By the way, I've never said that. That was always Randy who says it.
Yeah.
Makes me uncomfortable. Plus, hey, Randy, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Do I have to say what you are? Do I have to say that every time?
Am I not sexier than Keon?
You're the sexiest man in radio. Keon's the sexiest man in sports talk radio.
You can't. That doesn't work. No, it doesn't.
No, it
make
does.
sense.
No, it does.
How does that work?
It does.
How can he be the sexiest man?
According to my ratings, according to all the data that I've collected, all of the data. You're the sexiest man in radio, and he's the sexiest man in sports talk radio.
Well, doesn't that make me the sexiest man in sports talk radio since I'm the sexiest man in radio, which is all encompassing all radio?
Jeffrey, don't try to figure it out. It's too much for the both of us.
Well, I'm glad that Keon gets these accolades, but now I feel like you're giving me that accolade overshadows his accolade.
No,
which I am sexier than he is. But
in radio, per se, I guess, yeah.
I wish I was the sexiest man on TV.
But see, we're not on TV.
Yeah, there are some other people. 888-368-1580. Big George says, Randy, wouldn't Keon be our sports daddy while Randy is the weather daddy and Jeffrey could just be my radio daddy? That really makes me
that just every single
everything.
sentence of that made
we are not using the word daddy no more, are we? We're not using the word daddy. Nurse Scratchit says, Randy is the weather puppy. We had that last time this conversation came up.
Weather
also
puppy.
makes us uncomfortable.
I like that.
No, you don't. Last Optimist says, go with Weather Warrior, Randy. You're going to have to fight for the El Jefe and the Luchador ring for the name. Oh, that's right. El Jefe, Luchador.
See, when I'm
Mexican street food.
When I'm in the ring, my wrestling name is Grandioso Sucio.
Well, that is true. He's fine. Yeah.
I don't have to fight anybody. That's my name. The Grandioso Sucio.
Earlier, when I asked how long a Frisbee golf game lasts, Baker Cocky Hen says, however long the blunt lasts, bro. That's how long. Mr. Wilbur says, Weatherman do.
What?
Weatherman do what? How about Weather Czar, says CK.
No, it doesn't work.
Too Russian?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's too, I don't know. It's too something. It's too politico. You know what I'm saying? Too politico.
So it's too Italian?
No, not that politico. I'm talking about, politics. It's too politico.
I don't know what Italian politics have to do with it.
No.
I got a text here. Says, DeAndre Ayton here again. Can you believe I'm on the trading block? I've been carrying this team with my excellent defense and top-notch rebounding skills since I got here.
Yeah, I'm calling BS on that. That's not DeAndre Ayton.
Well, it's Whistling Gerbil, but he said he was DeAndre Ayton, so I believed him. What if Whistling Gerbil is DeAndre Ayton?
Well, it's not. Because, first of all, DeAndre Ayton would not call into this radio station or text into this radio station and say he plays any semblance of defense at all. Anything.
Well, not if he's being honest.
No, exactly my point.
Boomer Sooner says, do I have a new job as North Valley correspondent for Weather, Randy?
No. No, you don't.
I thought he was going to think about it for a second, but no.
Yeah, he's going to have to retract his Yahoo that he just typed in there, I guess. She Skull says, Randy, the caliente weather guru. Oh, weather guru.
Hot weather guru? So if it's cold outside, I'm no longer the weather guru? Is that what we're saying?
Well, you're always caliente.
Caliente.
No, it's caliente.
It's caliente.
It's not caliente. It's
caliente.
There's definitely an L right there.
I think you need to ask your
it's
wife.
only one L.
Caliente.
Don't you start talking about my wife too, Randy.
Your wife will tell you. Alex will tell you it's caliente.
By the way, my wife has never done that. She's Spanish. So just saying. She's never done that. Well, that sounded like something else though, didn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't really. We should move on.
Yeah. Nondescript says too Italian. Would it be too Italian to call him the Weather Don?
Ooh, the weather godfather.
The Weather Father.
The weather godfather.
You're right. Weather Father would go better because Weather Father means like you're a priest. And
I mean, it could be like, it's gonna be hot today. Why do you come to me on the day of my daughter's birth with such bad news? I'm going to have to put horse head into your bed. Okay.
Promise.
Get out of here. Kiss my
Don't
ring
kink
first.
shame. Don't kink shame.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Weather Dawn would actually work. Yeah.
I like that.
Hefty Lefty says that would be one tall ass gerbil that whistles. Well, if they do the little thing with their teeth, people do.
Well,
but
and
I'm
if
saying
they're-
if he's actually DeAndre Ayton, that's
If the whistling gerbil is actually in a part of the body,
oh, I see. He would be
not
very
the
tall,
entire body.
Oh, I see. Well, the whistling gerbil might have taken up residence somewhere on DeAndre.
Yeah.
Ayton.
See, then
Don't wanna-
it would only be about 5'1".
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Bala 51 that says, "How about weather man bear, man pig bear?" I think it's man bear pig, but man pig bear.
No.
Monkey. It's been a while since I've done it.
Monkey baby
puppy.
something.
No, it's monkey puppy baby. Monkey puppy baby. Puppy monkey baby. That's it. Puppy monkey baby.
Is that what
Remember
it
that
is?
commercial?
Yeah.
He would dance. He had the
No.
pug head.
No. No.
So the pug head, puppy monkey baby.
You know,
and it had a
Jeffrey,
baby body with a monkey tail.
I'm not gonna be the monkey puppy buggy
Puppy monkey baby.
whatever you say. I'm the weather dawn.
I miss puppy monkey baby. Thanks, Bella 51. Boomer Sooner says, "That's all I get, I guess." No, he wanted to be the Boomer North Valley weatherman.
No. See, he keeps. That's the thing, Boomer Sooner. You keep trying to, claim that you are this and you are that. You are a Hall of Fame texter, for example. You are the North Valley.
No, he is
weather authority. No,
Boomer Sooner is Hall of Fame.
I called you my North Valley weather watcher, but you had to go ahead and misconstrue it and call yourself the. So no, I'm going to have to take that responsibility away from you until you can learn your place. You got to stay in your lane.
Yeah, Boomer Sooner is a Hall of Fame texter, though. That is HOF on his name, just so you know. Long time ago. So you know. But it has nothing to do with what you're talking about. I'm just saying that other part. Fighting Wampa says, "How about you forget the word weather altogether and go with the forecasting phenom? Our forecasting phenom, Randy White." I don't think he'd ever call himself that, though.
No, I couldn't do that.
Chief Skull says, "Jeffrey, your yelping sounded more Native American." Oh, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. No, I get that. And now I know better. Lost Toby says, "Feels like a Friday show and a Tuesday." We've had a lot of Tuesday shows become Friday shows.
Yeah, that's true.
And we had a lot of Wednesday shows become Friday shows. More than a few Monday shows have become Friday shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some Thursday shows also, if I'm not mistaken.
But then you get some Friday shows that are like Monday shows.
Yeah, that's weird. El Guapo Weatherman says, "Nurse."
Oh, I like the weather, El Guapo.
Your weather, El Guapo.
Your weather, El Guapo.
Can we just settle for that now? Can we just say that's it?
I don't know.
Can we just pick one, please?
I'll have to see. I'll have to see how it kind of flows in the moment.
George, he's not going to be the weather padre. Don't care about your San Diego Padres.
No.
Hefty Lefty, the weather prognosticator.
No.
That makes it sound like he's a proctologist a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
I know where my fingers have been.
Parlay J says, "Isn't it half man, half bear pig, or half man bear, half pig?" I don't know, Parlay J. All I know is puppy monkey baby. But then when somebody else brings up the other one, I don't know, Parlay J. Boomer Sooner says, "No, please." I don't know what he's talking about. I know you've rebuked him, but he'll have to earn his way back. Ultimate Frisbee guy says, "If any of you are actually interested in trying Ultimate Frisbee, check out our Facebook group, Tempe Ultimate Frisbee Chaos. We welcome all adults and experience all levels." All adults, yeah, because kids can't. They can't do that. So.
See, I don't think they're out there in Tempe doing that. Come on.
Mr. Pink Eye says, "Don't sports radio hosts make six figures?" Not all of us.
On a good weekend, huh? Okay.
Not all of us.
Well, wait a minute. What?
Some, not all. Heavy Metal Maniac says, "I just saw a bird on the Philadelphia Phillies game against the Diamondbacks. That bird's in for a lot of trouble." Go Diamondbacks. That would just be amazing, wouldn't it? Oh, look, and the Diamondbacks are up 3-1 over the Phillies. By the way, I just want to remind everybody to give thoughts and prayers for the Braves because they're playing the Dodgers right now. The Dodgers up 1-0 at the bottom of the first.
Plenty of time.
Go Braves. That's what I got to say. King Kenton says, this is the most Friday afternoon weekend feeling Taco Tuesday ever.
We haven't done it. We haven't done it.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, oh yeah. Miss Kim, I think you know what that means.
Somebody's going to have to drive to Taco Bell.
No.
Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, you've got 2 Lakers got swept tunes in your inbox right now. Oh, nice. Thank you, Fish Tank.
When
Thank
did you
so
throw
much.
that together? That's amazing.
He's very talented. He's very talented and quick with the editing. But that was just like an hour and a half ago I said that.
Well,
good job, man. We'll have to go see him.
Forward them along to me, will you?
Absolutely. Will do. CK says, Randy, and I'm not reading what you said. I'm going to read what we're saying. Weather Jefe, beer me, says CK. I refuse to read the other one. Chief Skull says, the weather above groundhog, Phoenix Randy. Guys, could you stop?
Too much. That's too much. Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, you guys make 6 figures if you count the pennies, dimes, and nickels. Absolutely. Baker's Cocky Him says, in this Frisbee league, bring your own. What does W stand for? Water? I don't know how that works. Baker's Cocky Hymns, just go to their website. Figure it out. And now we are caught up on the text line. Finally. Thank God for that.
Bring your own W?
I think water.
What else would it be? I don't even know.
Hey, good news. Glenn Kuiper got fired. He said the N-word. It took him long enough to get around to this, but for whatever reasons, it took him. It was May 5th when that went down, and they finally fired his ass. They finally said, bye-bye now.
What about Dallas Braden?
What about Dallas Braden? The guy who's sitting there in the broadcast with him?
Yeah, that did nothing about it. What about him?
He did come out and say he didn't hear it because he was kind of listening to producers in the background. He was kind of focused on the barbecue aspect of what he was talking about. And you could see him on there going, yummy, yummy. But I'll be honest. Yeah, he should probably answer for some things himself.
Bah.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. If you're wondering, well, man, this guy's been doing Oakland A's broadcasts for 17 years. He had one mess up one time. Well, when it's the N-word and it comes out of your mouth, like you've been very comfortable using it on a regular basis, it gets noticed and people get upset and you go bye-bye. And that's the right thing. So bye-bye, Glenn Kuiper. I'm sure you can get a job at Home Depot or something or someplace. I don't know. But it doesn't need to be on TV and it doesn't need to be, you just don't give them an opportunity on a mic again after that.
Yeah.
You just don't.
And look,
you just don't.
You work in broadcasting, you know that to some degree it's a high wire act where you got to be careful what you say. If that's in your vocabulary, hey, you got to be very careful to not say it. And he wasn't. And that's just part of the territory of the job.
More to it, though. Steve Berman from The Athletic said that the decision was made to terminate Kuiper in part because of information uncovered in the internal review. So there was something more to this in the internal review.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to guess, maybe saying certain things off mic that sort of pointed in the direction of what he slipped with on mic. I don't know yet. I'm sure more of this will come out a little bit, a little bit more. No, Mel Kiper and Glenn Kuiper, not related, Big George. I think they spell their names differently. Glenn Kuiper was Kuiper and Mel Kiper is Kipr, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, I got something right. Lost Toby says Kuiper is getting Tucker Carlson's old show on Fox. He fit right in, sure. Last Optimist says, I've seen them Ultimate Frisbee after parties, way wilder than the roller derby girls after parties. Slightly less alcohol, but a lot more drugs. Twittiot says, bring your own whiskey. Duh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Boomer Sooner also said the same thing. Follow 51. I don't think that's good. I don't even know if I want to read it. He says, how about the weather hog? What the hell, man? What are you calling Randy a hog for? That's not very nice. It's not very nice at all.
Weather hog.
Yeah, what the hell, Bala? 5,100 pounds. How's that, Bala? 5,100 pounds. Fatty. How's that feel, Bala? 5,100 pounds.
Well, I mean, now wait just a second.
So's your sister.
Yeah, wait.
What?
Back in the day, Keon will attest to this. The offensive line of his beloved Washington football team was known as the Hogs, right?
Yeah,
but you're not a Washington fan.
I'm not a Washington fan, but
that seems aggressive from Bala 5,100 pounds.
Sort of a beloved name, I think. I don't think Bala 51 was trying to be angry and mean there. I think Bala 51 was trying to think outside the box and use a beloved name.
We're going to give Bala 51 a chance to think about what he said and maybe walk those comments back a little bit. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation about something even weirder. Going to give you a hint. Pete Alonso. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Check out great summer specials at Macy's Memorial Day Sale, like Swim Chill Love, $12.99 to $25.99. Swim Hill Livin', 40% off, and 40% off casual sandals and more. Or get an extra 20% off more summer essentials with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money Bonus Days. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, host of Market Wrap and president of Compact Asset Management. At Compact, we believe in the holistic approach to wealth management, which means that in addition to investing your money, we work with you to establish your short and long-term financial goals to live comfortably now and throughout your retirement. For all the clients we serve, none of them have the same financial resources, risk appetites, and goals. Therefore, we customize a plan for every individual we work with. We also know that your needs and wants will change over time. So we stay in close communication to ensure that your investments and financial plans change with you. If you're looking for this kind of service, call me at 1-800-388-9700 and let's talk about your financial goals and the holistic approach to wealth management. Call 1-800-388-9700. That's 1-800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Professional announcer here, and I'd like to get real with you for a moment. All across the country, and even in our own town, there are people who have to go without, perhaps even you, having to go without hearing all of our shows. It's tragic, but there is help. Just listen to our podcast wherever you get your podcasts, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Bala 51 has explained himself. He says, I meant like hedgehog, not fat hog.
So sort of a beloved character then?
Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
He says, by the way, I'm 25.
Oh no, he says he's 251 pounds.
Oh
yeah, it ain't small. I mean, you know, how tall are you? I mean, we're gonna start doing the Dan Patrick thing. Get the bell ready. 251, 6 foot there. There you go. 888-368-1580. Fighting Wampa says, how you guys feeling about these motorcycles splitting lanes the way they're allowed to nowadays? Yeah, I got to tell you, you know, remember those bumper stickers that said, watch out for motorcycles, be careful. And, you know, and I'm like, yeah, we always got to be careful about, but boy, they're not. A lot of people on motorcycles. Now, I'm sure somebody listening is like, I'm a very careful motorcycle rider. And I believe you. I'm sure I've seen many just sitting there doing their thing, minding their own business. But there's a lot of very reckless motorcycle riders out there. And they expect us to watch out for them, which, you know, we try to. But if they're going 90, splitting lanes the way that Fighting Wampa is talking about, just going nuts out there, yeah, you've increased your chances of getting hurt. There's a guy just killed today, I think, out there, or it was yesterday out there on the freeways. I don't know what he was up to. If maybe it's his fault, maybe it was somebody else. I'm just saying, I would never ride a motorcycle in this Phoenix area because people don't look. People are careless. But also, man, you come on, you got to own some of this motorcycle riders. A lot of you are really reckless, and you ride stupid.
And the guys at the stop site, at the stoplights, you know, we're sitting there, and that shocks me. A motorcycle goes by me, and they're just inches away. You know, even less than it. Sometimes just really close to my car, going by to go to the front. And a lot of people will say, "Well, motorcycles, they're air cooled." Not anymore. I don't think there is a majority of motorcycles that are air cooled anymore.
I watched Barry. You see that Barry on the HBO now? By the way, HBO is dead. It's now Max. I don't know if the channel HBO exists, but now on your streaming, it's just Max. And we're getting caught up on Barry. My wife and I. Oh, we love that show. It's fun. It's dark humor, and it's really good acting too, by the way. But there's this chase where he's on a kind of a beat up motorcycle being chased by people on dirt bikes, and you hear it's very well done on the surround sound. You hear of these bikes going past these cars, and you're thinking traffic's at a standstill. One person opens a door, dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always think that when I see these guys coming up in stuck traffic, that must be, you know, you got to have stones. You got to have stones of steel to do that. You should not ride a motorcycle in this town if you have kids.
Whose fault is it if you open your car door, you don't see the motorcycle coming, you open your car door to pour out your drink or to pour out your coffee? You see what I'm saying?
Good question.
How many people do that? Or if you're throwing it out the window and they're just going by
the motorcyclist, then he grabs your dog and throws it off the bridge.
Well, I'm just saying.
Baxter!
Just saying.
We need to consult with our lawyers on this.
Big
George.
Yeah.
With all these motorcycles splitting traffic the way Fighting Wampa has described, if somebody opens their door to put out a drink, hits a bike that's splitting the lane. If somebody throws a burrito out the window, hits the biker, and they wreck their bike, who's really to blame? I think the littering part, that's probably the person in the car. But if if they're going 90 miles an hour and you don't see them coming, you just open up the thing. Whose fault is that really? I feel like it's going to always be the driver's fault, but let's find out for sure. Big George, please, we need a legal consult on that. Thank you very much.
So during the break, you sent me something.
Yes, I did. Cease and desist order for the stuff you keep sending to my house.
No.
Oh, you mean the fish tank thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Fish tank. We haven't heard it yet. This will be the first time aired on the radio. Keon, be ready with the dump button just in case, because we have not pre-listened to this audio.
Yeah.
But Fish Tank says he sent over 2 cuts. There's 2 cuts to listen to, so let's see how that sounds.
All right, here's cut 1. That's it looks like it's a second shorter than cut 2. So here's cut 1.
Get the broom, get the broom. The Lakers got swept and I loved it too. Get the broom, get the broom.
The new
Lakers
song.
got swept and I loved it too.
No, where's the rest of the song? That's amazing. I want more.
Nice.
I want the full version.
Now,
That's
apparently,
amazing.
this is Get the Broom, and it's got Ralph on the tag.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So let's listen to this. Get the Broom, and this has got Ralph at the end here.
Get the broom, get the broom. The Lakers got swept and I loved it too. Get the broom, get the broom. I loved it, Ralph. How about you?
Oh, Dan, that was nice. was nice.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
If Ralph is listening right now, he may not be on this week. He may just opt out.
Wow.
Because that song's
That's
going to make
Fish
more,
tank, wonderful work again. Once
Yes.
again.
that song's going to make more than one appearance if Ralph ever comes on the show.
Oh my God. Yeah. And if that is the entire song, I love it. But if it was even better, if there's more, please send it. That was amazing.
I'm not going to lie. I
Thank you.
kind of wish that was a full song. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Get the broom. The Lakers got swept and I loved it too. Get the broom. Get the broom. I loved it, Ralph. How about you?
Wow.
That's a Grammy right there. That's
Yeah.
a Grammy. That is special. That is something. And I'll tell you what, Fish Tank knows his biz. He's left us wanting more. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for that. 888-368-1580. And Berg says, don't call people a hog unless you're a Washington Redskins fan. Well, we don't call them Redskins anymore, Berg. That's in the past. We don't do that. A-Wings 22 says, Dallas, get off my mound, Braden. Didn't hear the racial slur. Yeah, right. I'm just saying that's what he said. He seemed awfully comfortable with the word too, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've ever had an IFB in your ear with producers talking, it is easy to get distracted.
Time out. The IFB is the headphone in your ear where you hear only the producer, and that's how they communicate with guys on TV. So sorry, go ahead.
Thank you for that. I just think it's possible that happened. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I try not to judge people if I don't have all the information of what's going on in their head or whatever. I sure would love to believe that that's what it was.
All I'm going to say about Braden, though, you don't have a Duck Dynasty beard like that and not hear or say that word an awful lot. I'm just going to say right now. That's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard to believe. Lost Toby says Randy is the climate czar. No, I don't think he's in charge of climate.
No,
at all.
Climate czar. No.
Ball at 51, still waiting on that height. Harry Soap says Randy White, the 1580 Weather Fireball. Fireball.
That's cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah, it's chick whiskey.
Yeah.
Before the chick whiskey. No. Don't blow the flag on it.
Taking that back. All right.
Taking that back. Harry Soap wasn't trying to say your chick whiskey.
All right, taking it back.
He was using the actual Fireball connection. He wasn't thinking of chick whiskey.
Well, there was NASCAR had a Fireball Roberts.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't chick whiskey. That was before the chick whiskey. So
sometimes chick whiskey ruined everything.
Yeah.
Dick Whiskers says, my friends thought I was crazy as I slammed a shot at the end of the game last night and shouted, "Suck it, Ralph!" They have no idea who Ralph is. God bless you, Dick Whiskers.
Get the broom.
Yeah, Fish Tank says, oh yeah, when you see someone splitting lanes like that on a bike, all you want to see is someone open a door, right? you imagine it, but then if you saw it, you'd probably be very terrified.
Well, I mean, if you open the door and the back of that guy's vest says Hell's Angels, that's not really what you want to do.
No. In fact, just walk away from your car, off into the distance, jump over somebody's fence, and stay there. Baker's Cocky Hen says, you know the difference between the safe and not safe motorcycle drivers I see in my line of work? Nothing. Still dead either way if you wreck wrong. Wow, that's dark. Baker's Cocky Hens. Let's see here. Hefty Lefty says the channel is still HBO, but the stream is now Max. It's dumb. Why did they do that? Why did they change it? I don't think anything else changed.
Marketing.
Mr. Pink Eye says the worst are scooter riders. Yeah, well, other day I saw on YouTube people riding scooters on the freeway.
On the freeway?
Special brand is stupid and brave right there.
Do they go fast enough to get on?
No, they do not. I mean, they go pretty fast for scooters, but they don't go freeway fast. That's
wow.
They go, stop and go traffic fast. You got traffic lights and everything like that. They're perfect for that. The freeway.
It's Patrick says, I guess I asked the wrong question. Sorry, Jeffrey. Oh, no, it's fine. I just, there's some things I can't answer on the radio. And that's just the way it is, Patrick. Sorry, man. And by the way, you have spelled my name now. Probably give him a prize for the absolute worst version of spelling I've ever seen. He spelled my name Geffrey.
Wow.
He tried to combine you with a G off.
If he put an O in there, it would have made it even the worst. But, now he has room to grow. Fighting Wampa says, I can tell you what happens if you open your door and a motorcycle cruises by. In the famous words of Al McCoy, whammo time. Well, yeah, of course. Big George says, all right, legally speaking, lane splitting is legal here in California as long as the motorcyclist is traveling no faster than 10 miles over the speed of the other motorists when lane splitting. Also, lane splitting is not allowed when surrounding traffic is traveling 30 miles an hour or faster. In Arizona, lane splitting is not legal at all. So if motorcyclists would be, they'd be at fault if anything happened. But there would be some comparative negligence on the motorist part for littering, throwing stuff out the window. But if you open your door, it's all the motorcycle, right? That's what I think I read there. So thank you very much.
Big George.
I don't know why my mouth stopped.
Maybe you're having a stroke.
Swing better.
Random texter says, Randy, the 1580 meteorological madman. That's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Parlay J says, are these Hell's Angels fellas nice? Just look up Sonny Barger.
I think the hell in the name is probably an indicator that.
Well, the Angels, just saying.
Spoiler
alert.
No. When there are angels in hell, they're not called angels anymore. Just
Scratch Me Because is trying to help get us back to sports. Isn't that adorable? Scratch Me Because says, why wasn't a jump ball before the LeBron's last shot? That's it's a good. Here's why, because time expired. Here's what happened. When he went up there, Murray got all ball. There was no foul there, and he had his hands on the ball. They were both sort of holding it, but before anybody could whistle jump ball or anything else,
time expired. Yeah.
That's all there was to it. Nobody got hosed on that call. So time expired before they could blow whistle and say jump ball. There was no reason to continue at that point. So that's at least my answer, unless Keon has a different take on that.
No, that's pretty much it. They got tied up in the air, and basically because nobody landed before the time expired, no jump ball to be called.
Boomer Sooner says they're all getting fat. What? Oh, he says, guys, you know what's the saddest thing about these scooters you're talking about with the kids? They're not walking or running or playing sports. They're using electric to get around. They're not doing any physical activity. No, we're not. We're talking Vespas. We're not talking the little electric scooters. Boomer Sooner's going to be fat shaming some kids from the chair in front of his house.
Wow.
Why don't you get off and walk, you fat bastard?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen those electric scooters around. I mean, that's if I've seen them mostly in Tempe. It's mostly drunk people using them. It's people get out of a bar and then ride back to their apartment. Yeah.
I can see this.
Poorly, might I add.
All right, guys, there's a lot of text just sitting here on the text line on a Friday edition of our Tuesday show. We got one more hour left. We'd like to start talking sports soon. It's up to you. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-658-4848. 800-658-4848. That's 800-658-4848.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 1733369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh, yeah. Love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingarone, ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Arizona offers thousands of helpful resources for service members, veterans, and their families. But navigating the system can be confusing and overwhelming. Call 866-4AZ-VETS to talk directly to caring people professionally trained to help you. Get connected to resources and benefits at no cost. Just call 866-4AZ-VETS now. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
and K2.4 Barlow Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I still haven't had a chance to talk about Pete Alonso's weirdness. We're going to get to that here in a moment. Let me just finish up our conversation. Somebody brought up lane splitting with motorcycles, and then it just all went crazy from there. Started talking about Hell's Angels and legal ramifications and this and that. So let's finish this up. Nurse Scratchit says, I'll never ride a motorcycle after having someone run a stop sign here. Now I'm the helmet poster child. Okay. Well, okay. I guess I don't want to know what happened there. I think we all know what happened there, but yeah. Gotcha, Nurse Scratchit. It's Patrick says, sorry for misspelling your name. I was in a hurry there trying to get that last message out. Oh, no, it's all right. It's just Jeffrey, Jeffry. It's cool. Lost Toby says, I think the Hells Angels are the rivals to the Arizona Sports Angels.
No.
And if they think there's a they win. We're not fighting. Yeah. If the Hells Angels come around looking for, nope, you win. We're good.
Yeah.
Do not want to fight. Baker's Cocky Hen says Arizona calls it lane filtering. Now splitting. Filtering. Oh, that's weird. He says George is reading an old law, I think, because Arizona certainly changed that law, and it allows the lane splitting now. Twitty says he did some work at Sonny Barger's house once upon a time. He was a real nice guy. Offered me a beer when I was finished. Okay, you got to work with Sonny Barger, the old guy. I actually had to work with Sonny Barger, the old guy, once myself. He came to a radio station that I was doing work with, and he actually did a show on the weekends with some lady who they just talked about riding motorcycles. They didn't talk about the other stuff. But he was the sweetest, nicest guy, and he had like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Sonny Barger," and he was just really friendly. And then I went and read about him. I'm like, "Oh, good God, I'm not going anymore on a Saturday."
Yeah.
He was a scary dude to idiot. Chief Skull says the Arizona Mongols are nice guys. They pet my sister-in-law's little white poodle when the dog walked up to him. I feel like that's a movie thing. Is that real? Sounds like a movie thing. Scratchman because says my son's name is Jeffrey, but when he was young, all his teachers wrote his name Jefffery. Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't get bent out of shape when people spell stuff wrong. I really don't. There's just so many different versions. 0143 says Randy the Weather Wizard. They're still trying. And so is Pink Eye, Randy the Weather Goat. Thanks everybody. We've got this.
Yeah,
it's
Hefe
by the way,
or the Dawn.
0143. You're a newbie. You're a newbie on the text line here. At least you need a text your nickname. All right, so now that's it. We're done talking about that. Before we move on to the next thing, I do want to talk about Pete Alonso. Why isn't Pete Alonso up? Speaking with HR right now? Have you seen what he's been doing?
What do you mean?
He's humping everything. No, I'm serious. You haven't seen this? All of a sudden, Pete Alonso on the Mets. He's like, hey, there's something to celebrate. He starts humping stuff. I'm not even kidding. And now he started humping guys. Let me show you what's going on here. Last Friday at Citi Field, bam, grand slam, knotted the score against the Guardians. Did you not watch that game? Alonso was meeting his base runners at the plate and hip thrusting into every one of them, like in their little celebration, like he was humping them. And then when he was over there getting all happy about something, he started like sort of humping the dugout fence. I'm serious. He's doing that. Like he's emphatically doing that. It's not fun to watch. It's very, I feel like HR needs to have a conversation with him. I don't know how he's allowed to do this. And his teammates, they seem to look over and kind of laugh, but they don't get involved. And they're keeping it to themselves. But Pete Alonso's humping everything. Look up video. Pete Alonso humps. And you're going to see what I'm talking about.
Well,
go ahead, Google that stuff.
First off, I'm glad I used the Google and got just Pete Alonso and nothing else. That was a risky.
All right, yeah, Pete Alonso, then hit news.
There was a risky Google search there.
Yeah,
you're probably right. And now he's just these thrusts. It's just why is he allowed to do this?
And I'm not sure what why
did he get a consent form from the dugout fence?
He's a baseball player, and baseball players are a little odd, a little weird.
Maybe take about 40% off there, Pete Alonso.
And he's not just humping, like he's making the face he's making is what makes it more uncomfortable than it already is to begin with.
He's angry humping it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
And like like you said, Jeffrey, there's a gap between him and his other teammates that
they're all kind of moved away.
Yeah. They're celebrating, like they're all standing there cheering, but
he's doing it again.
There's a foot of space to Pete Alonso's left and a foot of space to his right. That is intentional because no one wants to be near him, just going to town on the railing.
It's one of those things, man, where he has picked up a celebration thing, and he is performing this celebration thing, and they're gonna love him though. The team's gonna love him through it.
Somebody needs to have a conversation with Pete Alonso because come on, man. There's kids watching. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, if the NFL is gonna, fine you for doing the McCringleberry.
Yes, he's McCringleberrying.
That's worse though, because
he's actually making contact with things and people.
He is. You're right. I think eventually the Mets will put the kibosh on this.
He did this all weekend.
I know, and I think the Mets will. I think the Mets will put an end to it. I mean, there are some people that think this is going to be a thing. I don't think so. I think the Mets will put an end to it.
Please do. No, Alas Toby, we've already got it. He's the weather jefe. He's not the El Clima Cabron. That's not going to be.
He's not the weather haboob guy, Flash.
El Clima Cabron.
Yeah.
Mm.
El Clima Cabron.
Mm.
You're the weather jefe. Let's just go on with our life.
I mean, yeah, I could kind of hear it, Jeffrey, from the Phoenix Weather Center. Jace, the Clima Cabron.
Are you really?
It's coming to you live.
For the weather jefe.
It's 100 degrees in the big city. 100 degrees.
This is a lot of degrees.
Yes, sí, amigo. It's an air quality alert going on. And you should probably mask up or light up a cigar. Either way.
I feel like a cigar is the way to go.
100 degrees. Es muy tiempo.
Muy tiempo.
Caliente in the
mucho caliente.
Valley of the Sun.
Yes.
From the Harman Solar Weather Center, it is the Climate Cabron coming to you live on 1580.
1580, El Fanático.
El Fanático. Back to you, Jefe.
Muchas gracias, señor.
I kind of like this.
I wonder how long we could work on Mexican radio before they figured out we didn't know Spanish.
Maybe a week.
I think we'd get away with it. Just
probably a week. Yeah.
Wouldn't they do the interview in Spanish?
What interview?
I feel like that's against the law.
What interview?
It's also good.
How would you work for them if you?
Randy and I don't audition.
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just send them that tape.
Yeah,
right just clip that. Send that right over,
and nothing else.
The guys at Univision are like, I think we're onto something here.
Univision, with the weather, the Climate Cabron. See,
can we talk basketball now? We started talking basketball. We didn't even. Can we talk about tonight's game? All right. The first question I'm going to ask is the same question on everybody's mind. Could it happen again tonight?
Yes.
Will it happen again tonight?
I think it will. I
don't know.
I got to tell you, after what I saw last week or last game, the Celtics had their heads down. They were deflated. Jimmy Butler was walking around with his chest all pumped out. I mean, I kind of feel like they can. I kind of feel like they can.
At no point in this series, well, okay, not at no point. In game 2, for like half the game, it felt like maybe Boston had started to figure some stuff out. But outside of that half, it doesn't look like Boston has any clue what to do with Miami. And it's become a bigger problem than just Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler didn't even play that well last game. If you can't stop, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, like all these other dudes, Max Strus, I don't see how the Celtics win this if they haven't shown the ability to slow down any of those guys. Yeah, not one.
Well, Kevin Love, but he got hurt, so yeah.
That's fair enough. But
he's been slowed down. Yeah, he'll probably play. Okay, so not can they? Will they? Will the Heat sweep the Celtics?
Yes.
Yeah. It feels like it. It really does. I mean, I don't want to say that. I look at the Celtics team and I have to think that there's enough pride on some part of this team. But every time they go out there, they play this Miami squad, the only person who puts his heart on the line every single time is Marcus Smart. Sometimes you get Tatum. Sometimes you get Brown. Every now and then you get Horford. But you're not getting them every single game for every single minute. Meanwhile, Miami, because Jimmy Butler is their leader and Jimmy is a 12 on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of intensity, everybody on that team plays 100% all the time. And Boston doesn't. And they want to know why they can't figure out Miami and why they're looking at this and going, how the hell are we getting torched by Duncan Robinson? Like Jaylen Brown looked legitimately confused. They're playing all out every single minute of the game, and you're not.
It's just a still stunning and surprising turn of events. I will say this. The spread is tight. Nobody really feels like they know what's going to happen. Not even Vegas. Let me give you the betting. The spread is 1. That's right, 1. -1 in favor of the Heat. The money line plus 100 or -120, depending on if you're taking the Heat or the Boston Celtics. The over-under 217. How are you going to bet this, Keon?
I would bet the under. Because if the Heat are putting it to Boston, I think they just lie down. That's been what their MO has been in this series. It's really sad, but that's just the way it looks like it's going to be. And I would take the Heat on the money line.
Heat on the money line. Well, that's minus 120. So to make anything, you got to put up a lot.
Yeah, or like if the Heat fall behind early, then that might be a good time to try and
like against the spread has taught us.
Yeah, I mean, I've really learned that from him. Like if the team is favored and then they fall behind, I usually try to jump on that. If they fall behind early, I could definitely put some money on that.
All right, Randy, over or under 217. What do you say?
I say over, and I say the Heat finish them off tonight. And I say the Heat get off to a quick start. They're in front of the home crowd. It is the deciding factor. And I got to tell you, I am as stunned as the Boston Celtics. I cannot believe the Celtics did not put up more of a fight than this. And the Heat just have all the momentum going in here in front of the home crowd. Give me the over.
Yeah.
Heat win.
It was always going to be hard to beat the Miami Heat at home. But if there was going to be a game they win, this will be the game they win. And, I thought I said the same thing about the Lakers. And, well, we all see how that happened. So I think the Celtics are probably going to play them best they've played them so far. Teams tend to do that when they're about to get eliminated. And you're like, well, where was that before? But it won't be enough. I feel like you guys are right. I'd say the Miami Heat. I'm taking the exacto 217. That's the over under for me. Taking the exacto 217 on the dot. But outside of that, more than likely Miami Heat sweep. This will be a historical kind of thing. The Western and Eastern Conference Finals sweeping at the same time. Was the last time I heard this happen in the 50s or 80s or what was it? There was somebody who had posted that up, but whatever it is, it's been a long damn time. And it's not a normal thing at all. And Jimmy Butler, he only played 31 minutes in game 3. So he's well rested, ready to go. Could be, I don't know if that's going to equal rust. Probably not. He's Jimmy Butler. But I don't know. Just saying. He's been averaging 42 minutes. So this is either a nice rest or could mess with his rhythm. I don't know. Any Miami fans out there want to tell us why we're wrong? I'm sorry, Celtic fans want to tell us why we're wrong, or either or. Tell us why we're wrong, because it don't look good for these Celtics. 888-368-1580. Big George says, I just Googled Pete Alonso humping on my work computer. Now I got to go visit HR. You never do that on your work.
Probably wasn't the best thing you could have done, Big George.
I told you it was risky.
You got to go to your the person who sits next to you in their cubicle. Use their computer. You really got to think these through.
Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, petting my white poodle. That sounded like code earlier from Chief Skull. And by the way, Chief Skull says, no, that actually happened. That was not a movie. Twittiot says, I was told it was Sonny Barger's house after I did the work. Nobody else would head over there when they were told the homeowner's name before they went out. Oh, that's cold-blooded. Yeah. But in his old age, he was harmless, to a point, I guess. He was nice, but still, that would make you a bit nervous, wouldn't it?
Let me ask you this question, guys.
Is this Sonny Barger related or
no?
basketball?
This is not. This is basketball and hockey. NHL currently have two series. The NHL has two series where it's a 2-0 lead, and tonight Vegas takes on Dallas.
Yep.
The 1 seed against the 2 seed. Vegas could go up 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers went up 3-0 last night. How crazy would that be if both the NBA and the NHL playoffs were all sweeps?
I bet there's been 0 times that has happened where the NHL and the NBA had sweeps in their conference finals.
The NBA, from this article I found on The Athletic, has never had East and West sweep at the same time.
I thought there had been.
I thought so too.
It's The Athletic, so you're going to want to double check that.
I think The Athletic does pretty good work.
Now there's one guy who used to be on there that we don't like, so make sure it's not him.
Gotcha. Is the guy Chris Branch?
No, he's okay.
Okay, yeah. Never happened in the NBA before, and it's pretty rare in the NHL too. But he didn't put a time that's happened in the NHL. So, but yeah, it's never happened in the NBA before.
So I don't care if the NHL locks up with the NBA, but this NBA thing's crazy. Tom says, I know this is a hot take, But when Miami gets into the finals, this will solidify Jimmy Bucket's Hall of Fame resume. This right here is an incredible run. I don't want to start too early. I don't want to start talking too early about Miami versus the Nuggets. I'm not ready for that. But I don't think it'll be Jimmy Buckets we're talking about at the end of the finals. That's just kind of my feeling at the moment.
I think even just getting there, again, if we're going to talk about Hall of Fame resume, when you look at that team, there's not another all-star on the team in sight. It's Jimmy Butler, and then some guys who have somehow elevated their game. And to be fair, like a top 3 coach in the league, but it's not Jimmy and then another star. It's Jimmy and a bunch of role players, essentially. Really good ones, but role players.
Well, I don't know, Matt. This'll be interesting. You'll know after the first game what's happening. That's what I think with the Denver Nuggets. If Miami were to play the Denver Nuggets and you're like, oh, geez, we really got something here. Well, now it's anybody's. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to speculate this right now. Here is the question. Do we know who would have home court advantage? Who had the better record?
It would be Denver. Because Miami had to go through the play-in.
Oh, that's right.
So they're the 8 seed. Yeah. And Denver had the best record in the NBA, I think, from December 20th on. So
in the first 2 losses, it'll depend on how well Miami plays.
It's like, do you hang on at home? Because as we continue to mention every single day we talk about the Nuggets, they don't lose there.
Yep. Chief Skull says, I love Boston being ousted in the playoffs by another Florida team. Bruins ousted by Panthers. Now Celtics by Miami.
Oh, that's got to feel terrible.
Sorry, Berg.
And it's not just Florida teams. It's specifically Miami teams. That just, ooh.
Wiggy my piggy says, Jeffrey, El Jimmy Butler, es numero uno. Jays. But like Keon said, he's uno amongst zeros. Jays. I mean, Keon didn't say Jays.
Yeah, I did, with the cool accent, but yeah.
No, Jays. Let's take a break. When we come back, a little more on this, and we got some football to talk about. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
NFL organized team activities began this week in preparation for mini camps and the training camp that will happen this summer. The NFL kicking off its season on September 7th at Arrowhead Stadium, where Kansas City will be hosting the Detroit Lions in the first game of the year. Early lines show the Chiefs favored against the Lions by 6.5 points, minus 295 on the money line. The Lions, who went 9-8 last season, are plus 240. The over-under for the season opener is at 53.5, and Kansas City, the favorite to win the Super Bowl, at plus 600. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-736-6158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-736-6158. That's 800-736-6158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-736-6158. Again, 800-736-6158.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Check out great summer specials at Macy's Memorial Day Sale, like Swim Chill Love, $12.99 to $25.99. Swim Hill Livin', 40% off, and 40% off casual sandals and more. Or get an extra 20% off more summer essentials with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money Bonus Days. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Throw to the plate. Tag it, he's out.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are off to a great start with young talent playing exciting baseball, competing with the best of the league. This team is full of confidence. How long will the surprising Snakes keep this pace up? What awaits the team now that we are in May? When it comes to Diamondbacks baseball, listen for all the news, information, trades, injury updates, and more. If it's local and it's Diamondbacks baseball, we talk about it.
It's gone!
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Sure would like the NBA Finals to be competitive. You know, good game.
Oh, I think they will be. I can't explain the Celtics. I other than what I've told Keon and you.
Oh, they won't be there. No, they won't.
Well, what I've told Keon and you about the Celtics, I believe that they did not have the right coach in place. I think they could have been a very dominant force, but the Heat came in, a better coach, a motivated player in Jimmy Butler, who took this team on his shoulders, and now I think you'll have a good finals. I think you'll have but ultimately, I think the Nuggets will end up winning this championship.
So the Boston Celtics coach, Magrathea, what was his name? Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla.
Right. I think he has another year because you can't fire him when he gets your team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We're talking
about fire him.
Talking about the Celtics here,
and you knew he was a first year guy. Like if you expected your ride to the finals to be as smooth as the year before,
come on, guys. We're talking about essentially the same team, and we're talking about a Celtics organization here.
Are you going to fire a coach in back-to-back years?
Probably.
I just don't see
knock
it.
nobody up,
especially when it comes to
well,
Mazzulla. Like Mazzulla wasn't bad.
You're talking about Pete Alonso humping everything in sight. I mean, Oduka was humping everything in sight.
But sure, he was Pete Alonsoing all over the place.
But Mazzulla's not doing that. He did not get the most out of this team. As the Celtics, don't you think they're going to make a move? I think they will.
I don't think they will because I think they're going to give him some time to figure it out.
1 year.
If you have a guy who is a young coach who's already shown you he can at least get you to the conference finals, is there something he can figure out to do next year? If you don't let your coaches grow and develop, then I don't know what else to do. I mean, this is not Doc Rivers where there is a track record of failing so long that you kind of have no choice. You know, this is he has no track record. This is literally it. You know, unless you think that this is all Joe Mazzulla can be. And I don't know how you would know that, based on just one season.
Have you seen the team this playoff season? I mean,
they were great until this. I understand that they were streaky, but that's a change in philosophy. They still went to the conference finals. I mean,
if I'm the ownership group of the Celtics, I fire him and I go to the Miami Heat. I ask to talk to what's his face there?
Eric Spoelstra. They'll never let that happen.
And then I pay him whatever he wants to come and coach the Celtics, and we win a championship.
The Miami 0% chance you get away.
Well, I mean, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to do whatever I can to do that.
There are some organizations that are so insular, like they operate from the inside. They're doing their own thing. You're just not getting those coaches. There was never a chance anybody was going to get Greg Popovich. I guarantee you that unless he wants to leave, no one's ever getting Steve Kerr, and Eric Spoelstra's never leaving Miami. I mean, Miami will throw whatever it takes at Eric Spoelstra to get him to stay. Yeah. And Eric Spoelstra coached some Miami Heat teams that had no chance of making it to a final.
That's what I mean.
You know what and so him, they might give him a player this year.
They might even do that. Might spoil it.
Might give him a player. Yeah. 888-368-1580. Twittiot, I guess, is watching the hockey game there. And he says, brutal cheap shot in the hockey game. Looks like an ejection about to happen. I don't know. You got hockey on any of your screens in there, Keon?
No, I got the Diamondbacks on every screen.
Good man. Chief Skull says, did you see the interview with Derek Anderson, who said the Cardinals were the worst team? He had to pay for water, lunch, track suits, etc. And he compared this to a Browns team at the time the Browns were a flop of a team.
Listen, thank you very much for sharing that. We already know that Mr. Bidwell is a cheapskate. It brings something new to the table.
Yeah. I
didn't know he something new.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was still.
He's a cheap ass. You know what? It brings something new to the table, and that's going to be my answer all season. Unless you bring something in here that I haven't heard before, I'm going to say the same thing.
If I haven't heard it before, then we're still going to talk.
Well,
about
that's all right. You talk about it.
Keon hasn't heard it before. Then
that's okay. You go ahead, but I'm just going to tell you if I've heard it before.
Yeah. See, Randy has gone. He's going through the stages of grief. You know, first it was denial. And then it was accepted. There's a little acceptance and like, oh, fine. And now he's angry. He's reached the anger stage. So if you bring to him these sort of things, you're not going to get much, but just crustiness, right? I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's your team. That's fair. That's fair, Randy.
And we've all been there. Like we've all been at that stage of just. Oh.
Can we move on to something else? Did you guys know the Diamondbacks are playing for first place in the National League West?
Oh, slow down with that. They're just playing to win a game. They're 3-1 over the Phillies right now, bottom of the seventh, with no outs. The Dodgers, on the other hand, 4-1 over the Braves in the middle of the fourth inning.
All I have to say to Ralph and the rest of those Dodger fans, you better keep winning. That's all I have to say.
Number one Rattlers fan says, preseason, do you know what this exact NBA Finals would have paid? Oh, if you'd have chosen all these things? Oh, my God. Probably $1
million.
Yeah. Nobody would have seen much of these things happening. Big George says, Diamondbacks still winning. This Diamondback team is exciting. Love seeing them beat up on them filthy Phillies.
I just wish I wish, Big George, we could get some pitching. Gallen's doing well.
Bryce Harper just walked, so that tells you about your pitching right now.
Yeah. Our bullpen is
atrocious.
We need some help.
I do think that by decisively being an above 500 team, you have a very good case to be one of those teams that has someone to buy, come the trade deadline.
But we did get rid of Mad Bum, did we not? And I think that was an excellent move.
That's addition by subtraction.
Number one Rattler fan says, no, guys, I just meant, did anybody see how much it would have paid for a Denver-Miami finals?
No.
A lot of people were just never even thought about, probably quite a bit, because most people were thinking Celtics and Nuggets. Some of the Suns were up in there. There's a lot of teams in the West. But Denver was not a surprise. Miami, a little bit of surprise, a little bit. I mean, they're always in the conversation, right, Keon?
I mean, yeah, every single year. I mean, you have Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Those three names alone make you feel like contenders. I think it was just them losing Tyler Hero that forced them to play some lineups that actually nobody seems to know what to do anything with as they cruise through the playoffs.
All right. Now, listen, before people start getting crazy again, let's go ahead and tell everybody who your man of the day is. Today's man of the day is Dan Manley. Yesterday, it was a homeless guy in Phoenix who saved the lives of a family by catching kids and dogs and stuff that jumped out of a window of a burning building. This one here, holy crap. Former soldier from Nepal who lost both legs to an IED in Afghanistan 13 years ago just made history by climbing Mount Everest. He used special prosthetics with spikes, and then he used those to help him climb, and he made it to the top last Friday.
Yeah, he says he went into a deep depression after the injury. He started drinking a lot. Then he started, you know what? No, I'm going to keep on living. I'm going to go skydiving. He did. I'm going to do some Paralympic sports. He does. And then he says, I'm going to start climbing some mountains. And he did. A bigger mountain than any of us ever climbed. First person to climb Everest after losing both legs above the knee. And his motto, nothing's impossible. You just have to adapt. And so now he's planning on going back to Afghanistan to the spot where he lost his leg so he can say thank you. You know, people in Nepal are very religious. And he says he would never have climbed Everest if it hadn't happened, saying, you know, whatever happens, it can happen for good. It happens for good. So right there, I didn't get his name, but that guy right there is man of the day. That's inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, without
congratulations.
Makes us all feel like lazy pieces of crap.
It really does.
This guy with no legs climbs Everest, and we can't be bothered to go pick up dry cleaning.
I was thinking about skipping the gym later, and I guess I won't be doing that.
See? See what that did?
Go to the gym, I guess. Whatever.
I'll just feel bad about ourselves now. By the way, here's something you just need to know. Science has our backs, men. I don't know. This could be good news or bad news, depending on who's listening, whether you're female or male. But every few months, you'll see this video on the TikTok show up, or some website they'll show up on the Twitter where someone says you have to throw away your underwear every 6 months. I got underwear about as old as Keon right now, and you know, they say no, you got to get rid of it because it's building up bacteria. It says even if you wash it. Well, according to several doctors, it's not true. Yeah, you don't have to replace your underwear every 6 months or every year. You can keep wearing it forever until it disintegrates. I have some of those too. Little air conditioned at the bottom. But Dr. Christine Greaves, the OBGYN in Orlando, says if you're washing your underwear in warm or hot water, you're cleaning the bacteria off them. As long as your underwear is clean, you're good. Then again, your significant other might disagree. Survey found that 1 out of 8 adults say they're disgusted by the state of their significant other's underwear. And, quote, worn out pairs are the top complaint. My wife has learned a long time ago, do not look that closely at my underwear. You know, they go right in. Hot water, turn it on, just wash them. Yeah, I got holes. I got holes in some of them. But as long as the holes aren't in the wrong place, why would I stop wearing them? They're comfortable. I mean, come on, right? Holes in areas that don't matter.
My problem is my underwear seems to always get the holes at the waistband, so then it just isn't deeply uncomfortable. Yeah,
she catches one of those, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah,
but I don't know what it is. Mine happened down
in the Netherlands.
It taints up the upper area like Keon's. It's down in the
Netherlands.
undercarriage. Yeah. So there's, I don't know how that happens, but yeah. Ooh,
Well.
Slim Pickens hat sexts in and says, I just got lane split by a motorcycle. Yeah. I always feel scared for those guys. I do. Number 1 Rattler fan says he wears underoos.
Huh.
It's a little bit,
don't know what to do with that.
Completely off
don't
subject.
blame him.
Vegas is up 3-0 on Dallas. So if they continue
Holy crap.
this, guess what they're going to be? Still undefeated in this series. So we'll still have it alive.
History could be in the making. History could be in the making. All right. So anyways, that's your man talk information. I just want to throw your way. I don't know. You guys want to talk some football now or not? Because the first thing I have up is about how Roger Goodell is getting his contract extended through 2027. And you know he's getting paid like $60 million each year, probably. And that that don't make us feel good.
It doesn't, but he does his job.
He does.
His job is to
For
make
the owners,
the 32 guys money that have money, more money than everyone. He makes them more money, and they pay him. So
$60 million a year.
Yeah, I think it was 48 before. Then I think it went up. So I think the only logical place it ends up going is close to 60. That's my guess. I could be wrong. And, for all he puts up with, yeah, fair enough. And he's making him money. In fact, part of his deal there
He has expanded global markets program to France, Ireland, Austria, and Switzerland. So now the NFL will play in Austria, Switzerland, France, and Ireland. I'm not sure quite what they have in mind, but they are working it towards the future. And if nothing else, just getting new fans in those places. This is getting kind of like silly to the point where it's so silly. There must be a master plan behind all this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've already figured out how they're going to do this.
Yeah, no, I don't think the NFL does anything without a plan. I mean, they've been wanting to, for instance, eliminate kickoffs for a really long time. Well, they've basically done that with the last rule change that they made, by making it possible for you to have a fair catch inside of the 25.
Yeah, and that's another thing. This whole thing that they have sorted out is a mess. But yeah, all right. So here's what Keon is talking about. The ball will be placed on the 25-yard line if teams make a fair catch inside the 25-yard line on kickoffs. When they say inside, between the end zone and the 25-yard line. So if they fair catch it in the 5-yard line, it gets put down at the 25.
Yeah.
Oh, that is some bull crap.
Yeah,
that is dumb.
They've been inching towards this slowly.
Why even bother? Just put it on the 25-yard line if you're going to do that. What's the point?
Because they don't want people to freak out about it. So
nobody's going to freak out about this stupidity.
But less people will, because we've already gotten to the point where we're okay with, hey, if you catch it in the end zone, it goes to the 25. And we've had that for a while. So now they've done this and you get used to that. And then they're just going to put it on the 25. Like, the NFL's not dumb. They're just doing this so slowly. The frog where you turn the water up slowly, the heat on the water.
Special teams is going to go away then.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
At least for this, but they'll still be punting. I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I know that they're doing it this way too because they don't want to necessarily get rid of the onside kick without a replacement for that. Just in case that has an opportunity to work. So they're just slowly going here. But this seems like it was the plan the whole time.
And by the way, this whole thing as they're trying it, they're going to revisit it in the next off season. Say, hey guys, what do you think of that? But I think we all hate it, but I don't know.
But if they look at their numbers and their data and they find, look, the concussions are down and some of these other things are down, they may roll with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of kickers who are not happy about this. There's a lot of, special teams coordinators who aren't happy about this. They still have jobs because there is punting, there are field goals, etc. But yeah, this is just a part of the game that makes the football. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of the only part of the football that makes the football.
Why even call it football?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it make sense? If there ain't no damn kicking, we call this soccer because you're hitting people and you're socking them, and then you just let them call the other one football. Call this soccer.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, it's gonna get to the point where one of these days there's gonna be somebody exactly like you, like 100 years from now, that's gonna ask, why do we call it football? We don't even use our feet at all. Then we're gonna have to look it up and go, oh yeah, how about that?
Wilbur's right. This is the same ridiculous, dumb kickoff rule that the college football uses. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I was right. Heavy Metal Maniac says Roger Goodell makes $63.9 million a year. Yeah, he'll make more than that with the new agreement. Guaranteed.
Damn.
Guaranteed. Robert from Surprise says, I have a magic carpet upstairs in my closet. I put my clothes on and they were washed and replaced. Play sexy the next day. It's awesome. Don't know what happens, but it does. I think you have what's called a wife. I'm not sure. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem, Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-736-6158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-736-6158. That's 800-736-6158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-736-6158. Again, 800-736-6158.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hello, and thanks for listening. We strive to bring you the best programming available. And we have some exciting new shows coming for you later, like Haircuts of the NBA, Sunrise with KD, and Who Wants to Buy My Colts Tickets?
Be listening for them. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
I feel like they should say, "Who wants to buy my Cardinals tickets?" To be honest, I don't know why you pick on my Colts.
I don't write them.
Why don't you talk to the guy?
I mean, I could.
Get tired of that crap right there. I heard this great promo about the Arizona Cardinals. They're on the road. They're playing these guys.
Well, I can't help Colts. Yeah, I can't help it.
Your team's gonna be the bottom of the damn barrel this year. Why you got to pick on my Colts?
You think so?
My team might be close to it, but you ain't gonna be as bad as your team. Ooh, we should have a bet. You want to bet? Whose team's going to go worse? Your team or my team?
Yeah.
I think yours. What do you think?
So what are we betting here?
I don't know. What do you want to bet? What does your heart desire?
No.
I'll tell you what. If the Colts have a worse season than the Cardinals, I'll let you call yourself your weather daddy.
No.
Well, then what do you want to bet? What does your heart desire?
If my Cardinals have a better record than your Colts,
yes,
I think that I think you buy me lunch.
Oh, that's just like nothing. Come on, man. We buy me lunch all the time.
You buy me a nice bottle of whiskey.
All right. How nice? What range?
Well, I'm not gonna. You know me.
Well, I know, but like a big ass bottle or an expensive bottle. What do you?
Well, yeah, a big ass bottle. Yeah.
All right.
And what do you want?
I really like that 10 cup we've been drinking.
10 cup.
Yeah. Didn't you like that?
Oh, I love the 10 cup. Yeah.
Yeah. So how about a big ass bottle of 10 cup whiskey?
Big ass bottle of 10 cup for you.
Yeah.
And for me, big ass bottle of. Let me think about this for a second.
Well, I thought we were both going to go for the 10 cup.
Okay, 10 cup. A bottle of 10 cup. There you go.
Well, as long as whatever you want is comparable
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Tin Cup, it's good. It's good.
Keon, you want in on this?
No, he can't be in on this.
Why can't he be in on this?
No, he's
Wow.
going to have a better record than both of us.
Because my team's going to be 500 again, going to miss the playoffs. The coach is going to get fired. And then they're going to shake up the whole organization and they'll be worse than 500 the following year.
See?
I feel like I have a chance to have a better team than even the Commandos. I have a chance.
So you're talking smack about the Commandos now?
No.
So you're saying the best record out of the three teams, Cardinals,
could be
Colts,
not horribly confident,
or Commandos,
but I feel like could be.
The best team wins a bottle of whiskey, Tin Cup whiskey.
I mean, so like
a big ass bottle of Tin Cup whiskey.
If I have the best record, then you guys chip in on a bottle of whiskey for me.
Yeah.
And if Keon's has the best,
Yeah.
well, Keon, I don't believe Keon drinks whiskey.
Keon,
not a lot, but I drink whiskey.
All right. Well, it's good to have around, right?
Yeah.
In case somebody else does.
And it takes me a long time to get through it. So,
All right. So a big
Takes me
ass
about a
bottle
week.
is on the line for all of us.
All right.
Okay. So write that down, Keon. Best record for our NFL teams, regular season, right? Regular season.
Whoever has the best record at the end of the regular season.
Mm-hmm. No playoffs.
The
or
other
Super
two
Bowls
have
together.
to pitch in and buy a big ass bottle of Tin Cup whiskey.
Now we're talking. Beer Bob says we should have done a big ass bottle of Willet. Is that really expensive?
I don't know.
I don't want it to be really expensive.
If it's too expensive,
I'll tell you what.
I wouldn't want to drink it.
I'll go and look up the biggest ass bottle of Tin Cup, and like the Costco size. And I'll let you guys know how much it is. And then we'll see if we all still agree. And if we don't, you're like, oh, too rich for my blood. Then we'll just go down to the next
Oh,
bottle.
come on.
What?
Come on.
I don't want to be like rude.
Come on.
Come on, what?
Tin
on
Cup
what?
whiskey. Come on. It's not going to be that big.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
That's
Just saying.
That's in our. Well, I don't know about Keon, but
yeah. Number one Rattlers fan says there was a James Caan movie in the 70s called Rollerball. That was very violent.
Oh, I love that movie.
That movie's fun.
Oh, I love that movie. The guy that got caught in there and it ejected the steel ball and it killed all.
By the way, how did that come up in the conversation?
I don't remember.
Maybe there was Tin Cup whiskey in there.
Probably. Let's see. Mr. Wilbur says, so if all 11 guys in the kickoff return team raise their hand to fair catch the ball, does that mean the other team can't touch them if they try to, catch an onside kick? What's the rule on that? Well, that's clever, Wilbur. So there's an onside kick. Everyone on the team raises their hand for fair catch.
Well, the thing
then
is,
the other team can't touch the ball.
If you onside kick it, it's not going to go inside of the 25.
Then everybody's going to squib kick. Everybody's going to squib kick the kickoff so nobody can fair catch it. How about them apples?
Yeah, I mean, teams do that all the time. You kick it so that it rolls. There's no fair catch to be had.
They'll figure this out. Surprise. I'm sorry. Robert from Surprise says, how about you guys play for a Yeti cooler? Oh, I got coolers.
I got coolers. Why do I need a
coolers
cooler?
are pretty affordable, though.
If you drink them quick enough, you don't need a damn cooler.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Now, I thought you were going to talk about wine coolers. No, thank you. No. Diamondbacks just retook the lead against the Phillies, says George.
There we go.
4-3. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we're over here talking. I didn't realize that they'd lost the lead at any time. All right. Let's get this going before we run out of time. It's been a weird show. It's been a very strange show.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's Sports History. Back in the year 1881, the United States National Lawn Tennis Association, composed of 33 clubs, was founded in a New York City hotel room as the national ruling body of the sport. I bet she ruled his body. Now simply known as the USTA, it assumed control over all rules from the height of the net. No, Randy, come on.
What?
Man. What? Don't do that. It was an aside. It wasn't. I wasn't trying to. Be
You just said she ruled his body.
Yeah, it was
I thought
an
this turned
aside.
into
And then,
On This
no.
Date in Big George's sexual sports history.
Why do you guys, I hate that music. I really wish we could lose that music. Just so tired of that. Not everything has got to be that, Randy. Come on. now you threw me off. It was talking about the tennis peoples and stuff. I don't know.
It's not my fault. You're the one that did it.
By the way, tennis is barely a sport in my opinion. Let me check.
I mean,
Tennis.
you do if you play it right.
Tennis.
You should be running a lot.
Why are you playing this majestic music for tennis? Please don't do that either.
Because it's an international game, you know?
Again, it's not amazing. It's tennis. Stop. We don't need music anymore. We're done with music. Now you're just hitting every button on your thing.
No.
That's all you're doing is hitting your buttons on your thing.
No.
All right, tennis is a sport. But I'll be honest, I'm looking up our list, and I don't see it on our list. I think we just forgot that it existed.
Which checks out.
Yeah.
Isn't tennis more like a soap opera?
No.
Is it?
No. What?
Oh, yeah, come on.
Well, there's a guy who goes to the bathroom all the time. It's more
Come
like
on.
Jackass.
There you go. See?
Come on.
It's like a soap opera. Come on.
Can I just tell you what George wanted me to tell you about this whole thing?
Sure, go ahead.
In 1881, United States National Lawn Tennis Association was formed. And then now they've like dropped words off of it. In 1920, they took the word national off because they were, playing international. And then in 1975, they finally got rid of lawn. I can't believe that lawn stayed on there for all that time. Please turn off the music,
especially
please. This
since
is not really fitting anything.
The tennis in the U.S. Open play on the concrete. So
yeah, there's no more.
What about
lawns.
the Frenchy French? They play in the clay.
They play in the clay, and then
in the mud.
They play in the clay. Not
British
mud.
do the Wimbledon.
Turns mud if it rains.
Grass.
No, it's just clay. It doesn't turn into mud.
It's mud.
No, that would be dirt.
Beer Bob says a big ass bottle of Willet would be about $150.
No.
Tin cup, $70 for their big bottle.
There you go.
You might be able to get the Willet for about 110. He says. Beer Bob likes the Willet. That's what we just learned.
Well, Big Bob. I mean, with all due respect,
he's an expert.
Big Beer Bob.
It's just Beer Bob.
Big Beer Bob. With all due respect, you're not in on this bet.
That was really aggressive. I feel sorry, Big Bob. On behalf of the show, we just want to apologize to you for Randy's aggressive nature towards you. Even though you've made no comments about the Arizona Cardinals, and you're just talking about the cost of whiskey, I don't think you deserved his crankiness right there. What do you say, Randy?
You're welcome.
No, what do you say to Beer Bob, Randy?
You're welcome, America.
But no, why are you? No, that's not.
You're
what we're looking for
damn
here.
welcome, America.
All right. Number one Rattlers fan says your Tin Cup wager will finish as such 8 wins. Washington 6 wins. Indiana Epis 4 wins. There's a Rattlers fan. You really worked that voice text. So let me see if I get here. He's saying the Cardinals will get 8 wins? No, or Washington gets 8 wins. How does this
8 wins is Ron Rivera's MO. I feel like that just makes
8
no sense.
wins is Ron Rivera's MO.
Right. So he says 8 wins, I think, for the Washington Commandos, 6 for the Colts, and 4 wins for the Cardinals.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
You're just pushing buttons again on the thing. Just why are you doing this, Randy? Are you saying you want to fight, Rattler fan? Or are you just hitting buttons on the thing? Is that how you're going to do now? Every time you're going to just have your little tantrum, somebody says something to the Cardinals, you're just going to hit buttons. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do, everybody. So
the look on his face.
I feel another meeting is coming. I feel like we're going to have another meeting. There's other music playing now, Randy. You have to turn that off. It's time to go. Mr. Wilbur says 10 cup, the big one, actually $50 at Total Wine. All right, that's fair. $25 at the end of the season. That's not too bad. Big George says the bases are loaded for the Diamondbacks. Only 1 out. It's a pivotal moment in the game. Diamondbacks score more runs here, and they'll have some real good insurance going in. Well, so far it ain't turned into nothing. I don't think it turned into anything. I think
bases are loaded.
They're still good. Beer Bob says, no worries, Jeffrey. I did not take any offense to Randy's ranting. I know I'm not part of the bet, and I don't want to take your money. Sure, my Patriots have a better record than all your teams. Oh, brother. I actually want him in the bet now. See you guys tomorrow. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke